Alrighty. Hey, everybody. Sorry that took so long. Had to get the kids out of this room. You know how it is. Oh, man. So, what do we got going on today? We already have a super chat just to start right off. Am I live? Is this working? Oh, okay, good. This is working. Okay. Wow, the Andrew Wilson podcast today with TPUSA's Blake and Andrew Colvett was amazing. You may want to cover high points. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for that 20. Holy cow, I haven't even... Oh, I completely forgot to set up a goal. Mainly because, well, I don't know where the goal thing went. Oh, it's in chat. Why don't I have a button for it? That's odd. Oh, well, I'll just go ahead and start that there. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Ooh, okay. So, yeah, you all started without me, huh? I see how it is. No, that's great. That's great. I love it. Thank you for being here, MS Quick. I said Quick, and there's nothing to indicate that your last name here is Quick. Kilsk. QI1SK. Gotcha. Hey, Samantha. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Texas Motherbird. Hey, Samurai. Hey, Stephanie Chambers. Hey, Cartman Mom. I want to call you Cartman so bad. Like, yeah, I've been watching a lot of South Park with the wife as of late, so don't blame me. Hey, Jay. Hey, BB. Hey, Tennessee Gamers. They dropped a major thing about Candace you need to check out. Oh, let's do it. Let's jump over. I was going to do this Young Turks thing, but hey, we could totally skip this for now. Let's jump on over there. Was it on The Crucible? You said Andrew Wilson's podcast, so I'm guessing The Crucible. The Crucible. Wait, where is that? There. Okay, that's odd. Wait, hold on. Andrew Wilson podcast? Days ago. An hour ago. Oh, just chill stream? TPUSA comes... Okay. This is how spoiled I am. I was looking for thumbnails instead of just reading the titles. And it's just this, like... I guess we ain't even trying anymore for thumbnails these days. You should see some... It's insane. Look at Asmongold's thumbnails, too. Like, it's... Let me show you. This is what I mean by we're not even trying anymore. I put so much effort into thumbnails still to try and stand out. But I guess when you have this many people, you just don't have to. Look at this. Like, look at that. 3 million views. 3 million views. You know, if I posted this, a thumbnail with me in the middle like that, it would get, like, this many. It's ridiculous. Oh, man. It's crazy, you know. Candace Owens, episode 235, about the 31-minute marker to go with the Crucible show. Okay, I appreciate that. Is it just Kelly? Is that how you pronounce your name there? Or is it Kaylee? Kelly or Kaylee? I don't know. But yeah, we can pull that up. Let's see. Candace Owens 235, was it? 235. And around the 30-minute mark, you say, huh? Where did you say it was 30 or 31? Oh, you'll just do 30 even. I'm sure you want to try. You know. Oh, he's juggling. We can make Charlie Kirk juggle. Oh, you can't see it. Hold on. Okay, here we go. All right, check it out. He could juggle. Just imagine if he had like a couple things in his hands. Man, wouldn't that be something? Okay, 29 minutes, 29 minutes, 57 seconds. You said 31 minutes, probably. We can go a minute over. Yeah, about 31-minute marker. Yeah, we'll just start from there, and you know, I'll give full context and whatnot. How y'all doing today? Let's see here. So we're gonna go over here. We're gonna get into this. Ooh, it's an hour and 57 minutes. Should I? I'll probably just skip to where Blake Neff and them come in, right? Okay. There we go. That would probably at least, yeah, it cuts out 18 minutes, so that way we catch Candace live and all that. I'm gonna try and be off of here. Oh, the actual quote's 31:40. Oh, I see. So we don't want, okay, I see what you're saying. We're going for a specific quote. Should I? Okay. I'm gonna ask the audience. Hey, Jujubee, thank you for coming back as a troll. I appreciate you. Tracy, for the $2, I love your show from, that's either Canada or California. Either way, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tracy. I really do appreciate that. Alrighty, guys. So, should I play the quote, or should I just wait until the time comes and then hear the quote and be surprised by it? Is this one of those things that I should be surprised by, or should I go ahead and know the quote? Let's see. Great interview Andrew did with Blake and Andrew. Heck yeah. And how long are they on for? There. Oh man. Okay. Oh, they're gonna go all the way to the distance. Okay, so we're in for a ride. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. And I bet he reads just super chats off here at the very end. Should be fine. Yeah. Cool. Alrighty. Well, we got us a long interview to get through. And then we'll get through Candace Owens afterwards. And then after that, I'm going to try and be off here by about 7 because Andrew Wilson, of course, is going to be live. Oh, I clicked off. But Andrew Wilson's going to be live on Paramount Tactical's channel. I genuinely don't feel like competing with that, mainly because I want to watch it. I think it's going to be a great interview. So, there is that. What is... Oh. Okay. I thought this was my search bar, but this is just part of the video right here. I was like, oh no.
Anyway,
anyway. All right, let's get this here. He'll introduce him and all. Do we got anything else crazy here? Let's see. Hey, apparently feelings are legitimate investigation tools. Yeah, they can be. If you feel like it. I'm going to turn down this air conditioning. Oh my gosh, it's like 130,000 degrees outside. I hate this a lot. Oh, it's so unbelievably humid. It is brutal out there. I'm going to turn down the upstairs here to put the downstairs. I think we're good. Yeah. All right. Alrighty, guys. Y'all ready? We're going to jump right on into this interview. We're going to have a good time. And, yeah. Why does this, Quentin Tarantino right here looks like not only kind of like Bruce Campbell, but also like Charlie Kirk, except Charlie Kirk's nose was not that pointy. But of course, this could be like a caricature of Charlie Kirk. You know that? Like, it's kind of weird, right? Charlie Kirk looks like a normal dude, and then Quentin Tarantino looks like a caricature drawing of Quentin Tarantino. Wait a minute, did I not start this stream off with, oh no, I don't have my vertical stream set up. Hold on. Can I do that? Can I, undo the, oh, wait. Can I not do the vertical stream right now? No, I can't. Do I have to end the stream and then start a new one? Oh, that sucks. Dang it. Oh, well. That's my bad. I can't believe this doesn't just... Can I not default it? The dual stream thing? A dumb thing. YouTube, come on. That's such a bummer. Oh, well. Anyway, we'll go ahead. We'll start watching this. I'll get the vertical stream going later on. That's so frustrating. Ugh. Typical YouTube shenanigans. Wait, this isn't Bruce. Oh, that is Bruce Campbell. I see the chainsaw. Oh, this is so much cooler. This is so much cooler of a painting now. You are correct. Oh, that is so awesome. I am I'll show you. Hiya! I got the Necronomicon. This is supposed to be like, the Book of the Dead. I don't think any of this is, like, none of this is real, like, in there. They just put a bunch of creepy pictures in there. Because, there really is no, like, Necronomicon. There is, like, a Book of the Dead thing, but it's not this, This is all lore. This is the Book of the Dead made from human flesh and blood. But, obviously, there's nothing like that. But this side has the ear. I absolutely am such a huge fan of the Army of Darkness, Evil Dead, and Evil Dead 2 is probably one of the funniest movies I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, that's whenever they just decided, all right, Evil Dead 1 wasn't all that scary, and it had a lot of funny scenes in it, and Sam Raimi just laid into it. He was like, all right, it's just a comedy now. Army of Darkness, incredible. Absolutely incredible. Evil Dead Regeneration takes place if he did not go back in time and, involved in medieval whatnot and got his metal hand. So instead, it shows what would have happened to the world if he didn't go back in time, which was crazy. Absolutely amazing. If you guys haven't checked that out, they really should redo that game and put it on PS3, or PS3. What era am I in? PS5? It's a PS2 game. But yeah. Let's see. Tracy, for the $2, says, I'm a conservative in the blue state of California. Oof. Get out of there. Get out of there. No, I'm sure you live in a red town, but be careful. Be very careful. Heck yeah, I didn't even realize that this was the chainsaw right here. I want this image right here so bad. Oh, and if you guys couldn't tell, I don't know how many of y'all have seen my background or not, but I'll just show you guys real quick for the fun of it before we get started. Do this, and then there we go. Yep. Let's see, my whole background up here. Got a bunch of stuff there. Got the groovy license plate up there too from Evil Dead. So you can see I'm an Evil Dead fan for sure. And then I got the Camp Crystal Lake. So those are the 3 things of horror. 2 of the horror films that I have up here are Evil Dead. So that. Then I got all my metal stuff. I have a signed picture of Yusuke from Justin Cook. Justin Cook, the guy who played Majin Buu and not Fat Buu, the Super Buu and above. Obviously not Kid Buu either. But yeah, he played all the other Majin Buus. Or most of the Majin Buus. He played Raditz from Dragon Ball. He plays quite a few different people. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm just geeking out over this. I absolutely love this. What the heck? Oh! You could see. Yeah. So I got to shorten up my screen like this. Boom. I shorten up this side. Boop. There we go. I actually can keep it a lot wider, I guess. Kind of. Oh, no, I can't. Because once I point the camera down to see me, because of the angle, it leaves a big ol' wide. Yeah. That's why I have to have it less wide. Go. There we are. But anyway, y'all see what I mean. Let's more. How freaking awesome. I thought it was Quentin Tarantino. I don't know why. But the fact that it's Bruce Campbell just definitely made my day. That is the best. I cannot believe he's an Evil Dead fan. That's absolutely incredible to me. Yeah, got a fistful of boomstick. Heck yeah. Groovy, what's the other one? Hail to the King, baby. And what else does he say? What's his other line? My favorite line from him ever is good, bad, I'm the guy with the gun. Or goody goody two shoes, that one's great too. That takes place right before he says good, bad, I'm the guy with the gun. But yeah, it's just, oh man. It does look like Charlie. It looks like a caricature of Charlie Kirk. And I was like, oh, it's Quentin Tarantino. But no, it's just straight up Bruce Campbell. I am so unbelievably happy about that because I mentioned this last time. And I was like, oh, it kind of looks like Bruce Campbell, but I know it's Quentin Tarantino, which is disappointing. And then it turned out, no, I'm just dumb. And that is actually not disappointing at all because it is the GOAT himself. The man who is Sam, give me some sugar, baby. Heck yeah. Oh, wait, no. Hey, I can't say that word on here. She, Bitch, but yeah. Such good stuff. Man, such good stuff. Then on top of that, Andrew is a nerd. If you didn't know that, well, I'm glad I'm finding out. I didn't know that, but now I'm finding that out, and I'm like, oh, this is freaking sweet. Like, I would absolutely love to talk to him about some Evil Dead stuff. You know, and Sam Raimi, of course, did the first 3 Spider-Man movies, where Bruce Campbell is in all 3 of them. You know, he's the ring announcer. He introduces him as Spider-Man because he's like, oh, that's a stupid name. You know, the human spider or whatever Spider-Man tried to introduce himself at, and he goes, no. He goes, how about Spider-Man, you know? That's him. He's also the waiter in the second movie. And in the third movie, he's a valet driver, I think. I'll have to look back on who he was in the third movie. But yeah, it's great stuff. You got a lot. Sam Raimi, just a fantastic director. Bruce Campbell, probably one of my top 5 favorite actors, for sure. You know, you like Burn Notice is, yeah, that's what I was going to mention. Burn Notice is great. Bubba Hotep, you know, or My Name is Bruce. Both of those are just Evil Dead movies that are parody of Evil Dead, which is hilarious. If y'all haven't seen Bubba Hotep, that's a wild movie. It's just Elvis versus the Evil Dead. I'm pretty sure Elvis versus the Evil Dead, right? Or was it a specific person? But one way or the other, it's freaking hilarious. And of course, My Name is Bruce. Bruce Campbell is just an actor, and he walks into a town that's plagued by the Evil Dead. And everyone's like, hey, you're Ash. And he goes, no, I'm just an actor who played Ash. Then at the end, he gets his arm cut off and puts it in the chainsaw and starts cutting off all the Evil Dead. And he becomes Ash from Evil Dead, which is it's so funny. It is such a funny, like, movie. They have great senses of humor.
Best.
Yeah, we're in the
let's get
middle
into
of it. They can go over there if
Yep.
they don't like it. So anyway, back to this. Yeah, so I'm just going to be really blunt with you guys. I thought that she was actually quite stupid. I was shocked. I was actually quite stunned. I didn't think that she was a very smart person at all.
It's funny.
I had good reason to believe that going in, but I didn't think that she was a particularly good interlocutor. She never made any points at all. She would just kind of ramble. It was just kind of incoherent babble and ramble, and anytime I would get to the point or make her address an actual point, she would go back to rambling incoherently. She didn't understand what inductive reasoning was. I even spelled it out in a very, very simplistic way. Inductive reasoning would be like if, then, and, or. So if I'm 20 minutes away from my job, you know, and I'm supposed to be there.
Oh, Tennessee Gamers for $5 says the bombshell is at 1 hour and 19 minutes. Into the TPUSA interview with Andrew. Should I just skip to that, or do you all want me to watch this whole thing through? What would you guys feel? Is this worth watching from beginning all the way to end here, or is it just going for the bombshell? And I don't know why X. I haven't seen anything on X about this. Oh yeah, I saw. Anyone ever see these two in the same room? Very sus. Phil Labonte and Count Dankula. I heard rumor that they are indeed the same person. So, I was hoping that would get a little bit more traction than that. Just because of the funny value. I don't know. I thought it was funny. Maybe it wasn't as funny. Let's see. President Trump is transforming the streets. Okay. Oh, yeah. This, just got this clip of me and Charlie talking about how Democrats were losing, the black vote and trying to replace them with wine moms. That's interesting, isn't it?
Think about how cool this would be if it's actually true.
So,
Wait a minute.
I just got a nugget from high-level Democrat to a Republican to me that said, holy crap, this black vote for Trump is real. In Pennsylvania.
I know who he's talking to, and it's somebody we have on our show. He's talking to a Democrat.
That screws up all their algorithms, right?
Well, so what they're trying to do, I figured this out.
All their moms, right?
They're trying to replace black men with wine moms in the suburbs. So if they...
Well, that's fascinating. Who do you think the demographic for Candace Owens, hold on. Who is prime for just kind of wonder. Okay, let's see. Okay. Let's see here. Listen to it all? Okay, we can watch it all. Did anybody else, let's see, watch it? Go for the bombshell. It's on X. Bombshell, bombshell, skip forward. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Sounds good. Let's see. All right. Why a white majority and a younger to middle-age skew, strongest in the 25 to 44 range, heavily concentrated in the U.S. and consuming her content via podcast. Let's see. Gender, often majority or near majority female. Okay. Race, ethnicity, non-Hispanic white. Okay. Age, 25 to 34 and 35 to 44. Well, isn't that just strange? It's almost like he did get correct information, didn't he? I absolutely believe it. Wow, the Democrats really? Like, that's kind of wild. Uh-oh. So let's see here. Just a weird... Yeah, that's wild. So strange. No way. That's wild. So, I guess we learned the secret. Trish for 10 pounds says, or euros, says, good on you, man. I've known this nutter Candace is a liar since she first came on the scene, and we all spotted her doxing website, and she just pretended it didn't exist when questioned. She is poisoned. Absolutely agree. I have also been calling out Candace Owens since day one, pretty much. Yeah, as soon as she, I was all for Red Pill Black the first couple of months until Triologic and Blair White came out and were like, hey, this is Candace Owens. And we were like, wait a minute, who's Candace Owens? And they're like, you remember the lady that did the social autopsy? We're like, no freaking way, this is her. And she got busted, then the whole entire debate, well, you know, you were there. The whole debate went down on Dave Rubin and all that good stuff. Man, such great times. Such great times. We had memes for days from that. Crazy stuff. All right. We'll skip to the bombshell. We'll skip to the bombshell here. You guys said it was like a... Oh, wait, I got a super chat on it. I don't even have to look. Let's see, 1 hour and 19 minutes. Let's get to the bombshell. I don't know the bombshell. So... I am missing out on something. We're going to go to 1 minute 18 so I make sure I don't miss anything. Andrew's a little squished here. Why'd they do that to him?
With Candace and share what I knew and share what facts were coming in. And I was, really worried about her safety, especially that day of. There was rumors floating around that I was later told were disinformation. That
Hold on. I got to turn this volume down. It's blowing you guys' eardrums out.
They were maybe targeting her and Tucker and maybe even Megyn Kelly, and apparently that just turned out to be misinformation, presumably maybe Russian, I don't know. But people were picking stuff up, send it to me. I wanted to make sure she was aware of those potential threats. And then we just kept talking. And, what I think
we definitely could.
I think that we stopped.
I like him for sure. He, I've watched a couple of things with him. We may be able to pull that up next. That sounds like a good time.
Communication in October because it just became extraordinarily clear that this was heading in a terrible direction and she was no longer operating in good faith. But I remember one conversation, it was probably like 5 or 6 days after, and I remember I had flown to D.C. We had J.D. Vance hosted Charlie's show on that Monday after, so Charlie was killed on a Wednesday, and then J.D. hosted the show on the Monday. So I remember I flew back, landed in the airport, and I believe I was talking to Candace, and she said something that I've not publicly communicated yet, but basically it was that if the wrong people take over the organization, and she said this, I'll never forget it. She says, I will burn down that organization. I swear to God.
And you mean Turning Point?
Turning Point. If the wrong people, and I just assumed because she was very obviously
There were
anti-Jewish.
rumors at this time, like it was
This is
chatter
5
online.
days, 6 days after, whatever it was.
Yeah.
She said, "I'm going to burn down that organization. I swear to God." And I just thought she meant if the Jews take over or something
Ben
like
Shapiro.
this.
Let's just say the name.
Ben
People were
Shapiro,
throwing
yeah.
out because Ben Shapiro had appeared on the show. Some
he-
people ran with like Ben Shapiro has now taken over Turning
Well, he
Point
hadn't
USA.
appeared. I don't know if he had appeared on that. I think he was actually going to show up the next day.
That
on
is a
Tuesday.
bombshell. I think I may have missed a little bit here. Were they talking about after, like, did they talk to her after Charlie passed away? Or did she just say it one day when Charlie was around? Let me go back just a little bit more for some context here.
Finding you in the audience, I was one of the people tasked with sort of, being her point of contact with the org for a number of years.
Oh, that sucks. Was Charlie mad at you or something?
And
That sucks. I'd do that as a punishment.
When everything happened initially,
That's
you're
so
sort
funny.
of, it feels like the whole slate is wiped clean. You have new beginnings. This terrible thing has just happened, and you're reaching out to people and talking to people. They're reaching out to you. And it's just an overwhelming sense of like, we're all living through this tragedy together. Bygones be bygones. Water under the bridge. Okay, it's been tense. We've had our differences. But we just lost Charlie. And, I think you're operating under a place of hope that, we're all in this together. And so I was very happy in the immediate aftermath to communicate with Candace and share what I knew and share what facts were coming in. Yeah. And I was, really worried about her safety, especially that day of. There was rumors floating around that I was later told were disinformation, that they were maybe targeting her and Tucker and maybe even Megyn Kelly. And apparently that just turned out to be misinformation, presumably maybe Russian. I don't know. But people were picking stuff up, send it to me. I wanted to make sure she was aware of those potential threats. And then we just kept talking. And, what I think I think that we stopped communication in October because it just became extraordinarily clear that this was heading in a terrible direction and she was no longer operating in good faith. But I remember one conversation, it was probably like 5 or 6 days after. And I remember I had flown to D.C. We had J.D. Vance hosted Charlie.
So this was like 5 or 6 days after Charlie passed, if I got that correct? So 5 or 6 days after Charlie passed, she said if it went to the wrong people in charge. But why didn't she communicate she didn't want Erica Kirk in charge? You know what I mean? I'd like to know more detail about the conversation. And also, why in the world wouldn't Candace Owens, I don't know. It's odd. Definitely odd. But here's the thing. They definitely deserve the benefit of the doubt. And let me explain why. Candace Owens consistently tells us every single day conversations that she has without backing a single claim. Why shouldn't I just straight up believe Andrew Colvett? Why not? Why shouldn't I believe him straight up face value? Candace Owens expects us to trust her face value with no proof. So wouldn't it be common courtesy to extend him the exact same, I don't want to say courtesy again because I just said courtesy, but benefit of the doubt. Shouldn't I give him the same courtesy of the benefit of the doubt that Candace Owens expects us to give to her? Just asking questions.
Charlie show on that Monday after. So Charlie was killed on a Wednesday, and then JD hosted the show on the Monday. So I remember I flew back, landed in the airport, and I believe I was talking to Candace, and she said something that I've not publicly communicated yet, but basically it was that if the wrong people take over the organization, and she said this, I'll never forget it. She says, "I will burn down that organization. I swear to God."
So there's more after he says that?
Turning Point. If the wrong people, and I just assumed
That's crazy.
because she was very obviously
There were
anti-Jewish.
rumors at this time, like it was
This is
chatter
5
online.
days, 6 days after, whatever it was. She said, "I'm going to burn down that organization. I swear to God." And I just thought she meant if the Jews take over or something
Ben
like
Shapiro.
this.
Let's just say the name.
Ben
People were
Shapiro,
throwing
yeah.
out because Ben Shapiro had appeared on the show. Some
he-
people ran with like Ben Shapiro has now taken over Turning
Well, he
Point
hadn't
USA.
appeared. I don't know if he had
She
appeared
did
on
think
that.
that
I think
for
he
a
was
little
actually
bit, if
gonna
I
show up
remember
the next
right.
day on the Tuesday because it went
I'll have to
JD,
go back and check.
The Daily Wire guys.
I think she thought Ben was
Glenn
taking
Beck,
over.
Megyn Kelly, Tucker Carlson that first week.
I don't think that
So-
you even know what you just said there and how much of a bombshell that is. Can you repeat that again? Did you just say
Yeah.
that Candace Owens told you that if the wrong people take over TPUSA, she's going to burn it to the ground?
Yeah, like 5 or 6 days after Charlie was killed.
And then what did you say?
And I
and how did
said,
she
I
reply?
told her because I knew that Charlie had told me multiple times, and multiple, I'll say 2, maybe 3 times I'd heard it. Then I was at Aspen when he repeated
and I've
it.
said it was a miasma. This would come up in conversation, and everyone would say
We all just knew if something happened to Charlie that Erica would take over, but we didn't think that hard about
You know what's funny is so many people in the chat, or not so many. There's a few people in Andrew Wilson's chat right here that are just straight up saying like receipts, question marks, stuff like that, you know? But Candace Owens never has to provide receipts for any of the phone calls she has. That's not very fair.
it because we just kind of assumed Charlie was going to be with us for the next 56 years. But at that point, I told her before it was public information, Erica, I think, is going to take over. And, she's very conservative. She's Christian. Like this is what Charlie wanted. The board was informed about this when Charlie was alive. Like this is what's going to happen. Like you don't have to.
So Candace Owens knew for sure Erica was going to take over way before it came public, and then she pretended like she didn't know Erica was going to take over. That's actually a little bit more wild to me. You know that? She knew that, and she pretended like she didn't.
To go there. I remember because like a chill went down my spine. And I said, well, don't say that, Candace. Like Erica's going to take over. And you kind of heard her react like,
Wait, for real? Did we establish if your name's Kaylee or Kelly? Sorry, I must have missed that. But let's go ahead and do it. Let's see the quote.
Put a shill in Charlie Kirk's chair, in Charlie Kirk's company, and you try to tell us to follow that individual, I will be an enemy of you. There will be nothing that can stop me. Okay? And I want you guys to understand, this is not a threat. This is a promise. There will be nothing that can stop me. I will release every single text message. So to those of you who are trying that, I'm seeing the messages, I am telling you to back off right now. Like right now, don't do it, okay? Don't you think about it. I know exactly who you are. I know exactly who you were that were exerting pressure. Don't you pretend to be noble now and say nice things about Charlie Kirk and think you're going to slide into his chair, okay? Over my dead body, which I'm sure can be arranged. Now, I'm going to take a pause.
Ooh. September 15th, 2025. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This is looking bad. This is looking really, really bad for Candace Owens. Holy crap. And then it began. Why didn't they tell us this earlier? It's clear that they are telling the truth. She says it in her episode. She can't even deny it. If she sits here and says that Andrew Colvett, sorry, I'm going to get them confused because Andrew Wilson and Andrew Colvett are now on the same live stream. So I was trying not to say Andrew Wilson. But if both of them, if Andrew Colvett is saying this, if she comes out and says, hey, Andrew Colvett's lying, how do you explain this?
Pause. We're going to go to some sponsors, and then we're going to get into a chair. And to be noble, that I will be an enemy of you. Try to tell chair.
Let's go a little bit further back.
Blackmail operation against the most powerful people.
I don't know. It seems to come.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I don't know,
30:59.
man. I don't know. It seems to conflict with BB's narrative a little bit. Yeah, just a tiny bit. I do want to say this. It's important because
go.
I am angry.
Okay, so it's I do want to say this. That'll be like 09.
Just a tiny bit.
See.
I do want to say that.
07. Okay. So 3107 is where I'll want to clip this later on. I'm going to make a short out of this. I might even make a short live right here. Who wants to watch me do some crappy video editing while I talk to you guys? But this is so insane.
It's important because I am angry. I will obviously, I pray to move on from this phase, but it's a fire in my belly right now.
Thought it was a boy.
To those of you who think that you are going to replace Charlie Kirk, okay? Kings are born. You don't just get to depose and tell us that we're going to follow this individual.
Hey, wait, what? This Yannicka guy kept saying something about killing? Wait, where? Yannicka, let me see. Sounds like something that got, someone ended would say. What are you talking about? Hold on, let me just make sure. So horrible. Sounds like something a murderer would say. It's so horrible. Oh no, king size bed. What? Rothschilds were forced to banking. Oh wait. Don't permaban him. Don't permaban him. Hey, just don't say that. Hey, he seems to be a fan. I'm reading through a lot of his messages. He's a fan. I think he just probably got a little too excited there. Hey, let's not mention about like the direct words, I guess you could say. But let's go ahead and I'll remove that message. I appreciate it though, Ed. But yeah, let's not spam like words like killing and stuff like that. It's probably not good. I probably need to get a whole new like list of words because I can apparently add a list of words that will not pop up in chat at all. I'll have to look into that, but I've never done it. I could just like type the N word in there or something like that, and people will no longer be able to say it. I should probably, now that I'm getting bigger, I probably really ought to start utilizing that, to be honest. But anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm one of the Masons of Turning Point USA. You put a...
How dare you say you're one of the Masons of Turning Point USA when Charlie Kirk started this 5 years before you even got there? Wait, what year did Charlie Kirk found USA? 2012. So more like, and Candace was there 2018, I believe. So 6 years. 6 years after the organization was founded. Candace is like, I was one of the Masons. What a dumb thing to say. When did Candace Owens join TPUSA? I believe it was 2018. Oh, it was 2017. I don't know what just popped up. But she was initially hired, okay, in 2017. Communications director. Wait, what month? What month? What? Because I don't remember her being part of TPUSA at all when she was, okay, November. That's why it makes sense, because Dave Rubin's interview and the debate. So the Blair White debate, I believe, was in October, and the Dave Rubin interview was September. Or the Blair White interview was at the very end of September. I know for a fact the Dave Rubin interview was in September. No doubt. So that makes sense why I didn't know Candace joined in November. Because I was like, there's no way she was not a part of TPUSA when she was interviewed by Dave Rubin. That makes sense. So November of 2017, it was pretty much 2018. And then she's like, I'm a Mason.
A shill in Charlie Kirk's chair.
She's a psychopath. Listen to the way she talks.
Company. And you try to tell us to follow that individual.
That individual now we know for a fact is Erica Kirk. Erica Kirk is that individual. That's so freaking eerie. That is so freaking eerie. Like, it's crazy. Oh, Trish, for €5 here says, didn't realize you were so OG that you would get the social autopsy reference. You are aging gracefully, sir. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, no, I was there from the very beginning. It's kind of wild. I know everything about it. I know the exact date whenever she was with Dave Rubin. I know for a fact that she met Kanye West 6 months before the magical Candace Owens Charlie Kirk tweet that came out in 2018. Dave Rubin introduced Candace Owens to Kanye West 6 months before that. Funny how that works, huh? Yeah, I've been around a little while. My first video I ever did was in 2016. I deleted a lot of my older videos because they were old. The audio was terrible. I was in a room that had no sound treatment in it whatsoever. Probably the oldest video on my channel now is from either 2017 or 2018. That's available to the public. But I did start in 2016. And yeah, I've been watching, Sargon of Akkad and the kill stream, not the kill stream, before the kill stream, the morning Kumite, with, what's it called? With Tonka Saw and, the other guys with Andy Worski and all them, JF, the crazy psychopath, Richard Spencer, Styx Hexenhammer, all that stuff was like, I practically grew up on that, I guess you could say. Now, I was 19 years old when I started. 33 now. Funny how it works. Thank you so much, man. I'm glad to see another OG in here who knows what I'm talking about as well. That is awesome. Yeah, crazy stuff. GN for the 20 says, looks like a lawsuit claim to me. It's called tortious interference with a business. Absolutely. Well, oh man, that's crazy. So, yeah, I'm glad that we have the quote here. I think I am going to, how would I like to do this? How would I like to do this? Trying to think. Y'all want to see me just record a quick short? How to do it, though? Racking my brain around it. Okay. I know I'm going to do it. I know how I'm going to do it. Let's see.
She said something that I've not publicly.
That's a perfect place to.
In the airport, and I believe I was talking to Candace and show on the Monday. So I remember I flew back.
That is a hilarious freeze frame. Okay, y'all are going to get to watch me edit up a short real quick, because why not? We'll get this put out there for the fun of it. Why not? Behind the scenes here. Do I have anything on my desktop that you all shouldn't see? Uh-oh. No, nothing's here. Just a bunch of games. My axe edit. Y'all want to see my patches? Oh, wait, no. Check it out. Heck yeah. I got, oh, I'm an idiot. I got to flip this on. Oh, wait, oh, it is on. Okay, it just took forever to load. I got my gate, my drive, my amp, and my cab. My cab, though, special. It's DV77s. From Cole Keller himself. I bet nobody gets any of those references at all. Why is this edited? Oh, I turned my drive up. I'll go ahead and I'll save it. Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, it wasn't picking up my, the gate was going a little too hard. And instead of just turning the gate down, just crank the gain up. That's what you do. It's just stupid. I'm such a moron. All right. Anyway, this camera's just a teensy bit too low. It's cutting my head off. Ah, that feels a little better. Get that off there. It's like the whole weight of Candace Owens on my shoulders. There we go. Okay, now, let's try to record a quick short. Why not? I'll use my cyber... Oh, I don't even need to pull that up now. What am I doing? I just have this. All righty. So here we go. This is going to be in the middle. My arm's going to be visible. So I'll just turn my camera off. I'll show you how I do it. How it just flows. And then you could see why things... Oh, you know music software pretty well. Heck yeah. Got my Axe effects going. I bet... Okay. This is the greatest thing right here for music. Oh, Reaper. I know you're going to say Cubase or something. I would go for Cubase if I could. But anyway, not paying $700 right now for a... Maybe it's probably more expensive than that now. What am I saying? $700? That's how much Pro Tools and Cubase was like in 2014. So I don't know what it goes for now. I just use Reaper. You know, Reaper's amazing. All right, let's go. Let's see if I can record a quick short. I'm going to turn my camera off and do this. I'll hit my record button.
Back, landed in the airport, and I believe I was talking to Candace, and she said something that I've not publicly communicated yet, but basically it was that if the wrong people take over the organization, and she said this, I'll never forget it. She says, "I will burn down that organization. I swear to God."
And you mean Turning Point?
Turning Point. If the
See, then I'll rewind right here. I'm leaving it like that. Heck yeah. Okay. And she actually did say this, and we actually have the proof. I'm not even kidding. This is from September 15th, 2025, just 5 days after Charlie Kirk was ended by an assassin. Then I get rid of myself here, guys. Check this out. Then I go, boop. And then we go back here. Is this the... Oh, shoot. Crap. Where's the timestamp? What was it, 31? Yeah. I just with this face right here, I'm just thinking, Shrek! Num 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 num. Num 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 num. Okay, I'll make the video now. Sorry, guys. Okay. There we go.
And I don't know, it seems to conflict with BB's narrative a little bit, yeah? Just a tiny bit. I do want to say this. It's important because I am angry. I will obviously, I pray to move on from this phase, but it's a fire in my belly right now. To those of you who think that you are going to replace Charlie Kirk, okay? Kings are born. You don't just get to depose and tell us that we're going to follow this individual, okay? I'm one of the Masons of Turning Point USA. You put a shill in Charlie Kirk's chair, in Charlie Kirk's company, and you try to tell us to follow that individual, I will be an enemy of you. There will be nothing that can stop me, okay? And I want you guys to understand, this is not a threat. This is a promise. There will be nothing that can stop me. I will release every single text message. So to those of you who are trying that, I'm seeing the messages, I am telling you to back off right now. Like right now, don't do it, okay? Don't you think about it. I know exactly who you are. I know exactly who you were that were exerting pressure. Don't you pretend to be noble now and say nice things about Charlie Kirk and think you're going to slide into his chair, okay? Over my dead body, which I'm sure can be arranged.
Wrong button. I wonder who that individual was. Oh, well, now we know it was Erica Kirk. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now, of course, now that we know the truth, and Candace Owens said this right from the very beginning, I have every reason to believe Andrew Colvette's story. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section below. Thank y'all so much for watching. I recorded all this on a live stream in front of an audience. That's kind of wild, isn't it? Definitely make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Check out the live stream. Check out my other videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Later. Now, what'd you guys think of that? Oh, stop recording. Now, what'd you guys think of that? I'm going to show you guys what I did. I wanted to pause it and make a little thing on there, but I couldn't quite do it because I'm an idiot. So I'm just going to cut it up a little bit. Now we're going to get to watch this. Hooray, all this garbage. No, go away. Get rid of all this out of my timeline because that's a waste of time. I got to take this video here and then I drag it right over there. That's the video I just recorded. And then we go up and then we do this. But because I'm lazy, we could just do this by short orientation. And then we grow Andrew here. Technically speaking, I could widen this out a little bit and widen him out a bit if I want to. Let's just not. We'll leave it like that. That's not my fault. I'm going to leave it as it is. Okay. Then, of course, we go down here. We get rid of this alias because the alias is just in the way. Boom. Get rid of that thing. Oh, you guys can't really see it. Let's full screen it. Bam. Fair warning, my live stream might stop for a split. Not you guys won't see it, but my chat will crash. So if I don't see you guys instantly or respond instantly, my computer's just being a jerk. Man, it is hot in Is this air conditioner on? It is, yeah, it's on. I'm gonna turn this fan on over here. Oh, there we go. Oh, oh, it's so much better. Get me some little bit of Steve Vai hair action here. All right, let's get to doing this. Okay, so first of all, we know that from here to here is just good. Oh, wait.
Forget.
Oh, we're going to be able to, okay.
I swear to God.
And you mean turning point?
Turning point. If the
Yeah, I want to cut it off where he just says turning point.
swear to God.
And you mean turning point?
Turning point.
Okay. There we go. So we'll cut that. Oh, wait.
If the
Cut right there. Oop. Cut this down here. Bam. I'm glad I'm just dead centered on with it. Oh, that's so good. I never have that happen, actually. I'm usually too dumb to do that. So now it'll just do this.
organization, I swear to God.
And you mean turning point?
Turning point.
And she actually did say this, and we actually have the proof. I'm not even kidding. This is from September 15th, 2025, just 5 days after Charlie Kirk was ended by an assassin. Okay. Oh, I can't see around my stupid microphone. Ugh. Okay. Then I get my cigarettes out. Is this the... Oh, crap. Where was the timestamp? 31... Yeah. Should I leave in the num num num? Num 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 num. Oh, there we go.
And I don't know. I don't know. It seems to conflict with Phoebe's narrative a little bit. Yeah, just a tiny bit. I do want to say this. I do want
to say this. Here we go. Just hear me just being an idiot in the background. I like it. It's funny. An assassin.
I do want to say this.
Okay, I could probably, since it's a clip here, I could just move her over more center. It won't move the rest because it's all clipped.
It's important.
She could be a little more centered, right? There we go.
Because I am angry. I will obviously, I pray to move on from this phase, but it's a fire in my belly right now. To those.
Okay, now we're going to edit out pauses because every little second counts in a short, and people's attention spans are short. So we just take out all the dead space. This is why people think the videos are edited. In reality, I just take out the air. And it's like, if I were to play, like, people get upset about that all the time.
Right now.
Okay. That is a crazy, crazy situation. Okay, there we go. So you see, we just take out the air and it does this.
Well, obviously, I pray to move on from this phase, but it's a fire in my belly right now. To those of you who think that you are...
See, it just makes it flow faster. I didn't edit anything out of context. I just took away the dead air, the dead silence in the air. Not a big deal. I should probably go back through here and do the same thing.
She says, I will burn.
Like, all right, here. I can just take away right to there. Just all the dead airspace. Same with right here. Pure dead airspace. You can see it just, I mean, you can visually see it. I would recommend listening to it, but if you got a good eye for it, you know, I mean, I work with audio files all the time, so it's like, boom, nothing but pure dead airspace.
Back, landed in the airport, and I believe I was talking to Candace, and she said something that I've not publicly communicated.
Oh, that dead air right there.
Yet.
Dead air. See?
Not publicly communicated yet, but...
See? Just takes out dead air. Saves a little bit of time. Every second counts in a short. Makes it a lot better. Is there any here? This is from September 15th, 2025. Not too much dead air. It's fine. Here we go.
That you are going to replace Charlie Kirk, okay? Kings are...
See, that's just too much silence right there. Whole chunk.
Kings are born. You don't just...
Okay. Another little chunk. Silent. Ooh, I heard a little out of her mouth. That was gross. Did y'all hear that? The... That is so gross. Oh. Just. Oh, man.
Born. You don't just get to depose and tell us that we're going to follow this individual, okay?
Just hear that in the background. I would so leave that in. I need a little fart
I'm one of the
thing.
Masons of Turning Point USA.
Oh, I could get one. I could add one in. Check it out. If y'all don't know, I am a big Leslie Nielsen fan. So naturally, I had to go get me one of these. Okay? Y'all know what this is, right? Who's a Leslie Neal fan here? Here, give your hand a little lick, rub it over the top, and... Down here, you could be like... Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm an obnoxious child here today. All right? Come on. Leslie Nielsen's an absolute legend, and you got to have yourself a little fart squeezer thing. Just so good. Such good stuff. And who here doesn't like Leslie Nielsen? Naked Gun Guy? Dang right. He was also our president of the United States in Scary Movie 3. You know? Also, you know, his Dracula movies, his, oh man, just so many good things he did. So many good things. Obviously, Airplane, man, what an absolute legend of a guy. He even plays in some of the old comic book, what's the comic book movies? Tales from the Crypt. He plays, or was it Tales from the Crypt, or was it, the other one? I always confused it. Once I remember one, I can't remember the other. There's one that's by Stephen King, and then there's one that was a comic book series. The Stephen King one, I believe, had the Native American spirit that ended the boys that ended their own grandparents for being selfish or whatnot. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? But he was in one of them as a guy who drowns two people by burying them up into their neck, and then the people come back as sea monsters and drag him into the sea at the end. It's a classic. It was like 1960 or 1970, I think. Just absolutely classic horror films. Leslie Nielsen was more of a serious actor back then, but then he got into comedy, which I'm so glad he did because he is one of the best comedians. And he was in the last season, and don't make fun of me for this, of Golden Girls. My wife makes me watch it with her, but the fact that when we get to that last season, I'm like, yes, it's the one with Leslie Nielsen. So there's that. It helps me get through Golden Girls. No, I'm not saying Golden Girls is bad or anything. It's just more of a girly show. Not really my thing. But when Leslie Nielsen appears up in it, I'm down for it. You know what I mean? Anyway, Ninja for the $10 says, I know this is hindsight, but I truly wish Colvette should have been more guarded towards Candace and should have not communicated with Candace. This only gave her more ammo to attack Erica and TPUSA. Could be, you know. Could be. For sure. Trish for the $5, and thank you so much for that 10, buddy. I really appreciate it, man. You and Milk Bar TV need to team up. You both have some talent exposing this liar. I appreciate it. I love Milk Bar. I talk to him all the time. He's a great guy. He's a fantastic guy. I try to put out there that he's getting sued by the Tates still, but and then again, I'm not really worried about it because it's like they got nothing. Yeah, Nathan's going to be just fine. Nathan's a really, really cool guy, though. Love the dude. I need to talk to him a little more often. But Creep Show, yes. Creep Show had that. Yes. Gotcha. Creep Show and then Tales from the Crypt. I always forget one when I remember the name of the other. If I remember Creep Show, I cannot remember the name of Tales from the Crypt. I don't know why that plagues me. Tales from the Crypt is Stephen King then, right? Oh, wrong thing. I just opened up a new tab because it's the same button as this. Oh. Gotta love that. Okay. Boop. All right, we'll get this short done like super fast. It shouldn't take me but a couple seconds really to get this done.
Bill.
Yeah, we'll cut that. I like to get every little last thing out. Make the short as
In Charlie
possible.
Kirk's chair, in Charlie Kirk's company, and you try to tell us to follow that individual.
Yep, too short or too long here. A break. Okay.
I will be an enemy of you.
That is so freaking creepy. This is actually scary. I cannot believe she said this.
There will be nothing.
I cannot believe she openly said this. She should have deleted this video. And now it's going to be a short on
that
the
can
internet
stop
forever.
me. Okay? And I want you guys to understand, this is not a threat. This is a
Ooh, she clipped the mic right here. Why? Let's just add a little boop, boop, and then I'll do a little boop, boop, and then we'll just kind of bring this side down just a little. That should work.
And I want you guys to understand, this is not a threat. This is a promise.
There we go. Cool. That'll make it a little more palatable.
There will be nothing that can stop me. I will release every single text message.
around this mic.
So to those of you
Okay.
who are trying that, I'm seeing the messages.
Ooh, okay. There's a lot of little clippings going on down here. Let's do this, and then I don't know. We'll do this. Just kind of bring this line down a little, and then this one down just a little right there. Just get rid of those clipping. Wait, is this negative 2.2? I think 2.2. No, it can be 1. Yeah, there we go. It's fine.
I am telling you to back off right now.
Man, she's such an insufferable person.
Like right.
Oh, I didn't even realize she shifted. Hold on.
Who are trying that? I'm seeing the messages.
Did she shift it all in over here? Oh, okay. Okay. I need to pay attention to that. How long ago did she shift? Okay. Did she shift it all again after that? Let me just make sure. This is just the little things you need to pay attention to when editing video. Okay, so when it shifts here, I'm going to try and just move this back right there. So she stays center of frame the whole time. People will lose their attention span if somebody shifts from the center of frame. It is ridiculous. So you just got to pay attention to that stuff. If people think that half of it's clipped out, they're like, oh, this video is garbage, and then they'll click away. People are crazy. People are a little impatient, too. So, you just got to... I've just learned, instead of trying to fight it, just fix it. And it's really no big deal. It takes a little extra time, yeah. But, oh well, no big deal. When does she... Okay, she shifts right there. Oh, great. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Perfect. I'm glad it's before that. Okay. She shift. Okay. Perfect. You just clip it there. And I could take this part. Oh, what? What? Did I? Oh. Okay.
I am.
Okay. It doesn't matter. Oh. Kind of matters. Okay, right there. Whatever. Okay, perfect. Okay. I know I'm doing this crudely. Anybody that's an actual video editor is probably mocking me right now, which is fine. I deserve it.
I'm telling you to back off right now.
Okay.
Like right now. Don't do it. Okay? Don't you think about it. I know exactly who you are. I know exactly who you were that were exerting pressure. Don't you pretend to be noble now and say nice things about Charlie Kirk and think you're going to slide into his chair.
Why in the world would she say this about Erica Kirk? Isn't that crazy? Oh, well, you weren't nice to Charlie before. What? You don't know what was going on in his marriage. Crazy.
Okay?
Okay. 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 Oh, a couple of little clippies here. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Rid of that right there. 1.1, 1.1. Keep it even. That way nobody hears any cascading volume. It always remains the same.
Okay? Over.
Okay. 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 I'll just put... That one can cascade.
Over my dead body, which I'm sure can be arranged.
Okay. Wonder who that is. Whoa! I wonder who that individual... Nice freeze frame on me there, finally. Individual was. Oh, well, now we know it was Eric. That individual was. I wonder who that individual was. Oh, well, now we know it was Erica Kirk. Oh, I cut off the S. I'm dumb. Okay, that wasn't silence. All right, I wonder who that individual was. Oh, well, now we know it was Erica Kirk. Okay. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I don't need to repeat myself. Just cut that crazy part out. I need to say crazy twice. Now, of course, now that we know the truth. And Candace Owens said this right from the very beginning. I have every reason to believe Andrew Colvet's story. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section below. Thank y'all so much for watching. I recorded all this on a live stream in front of an audience. That's kind of wild, isn't it? Definitely make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Check out the live stream. Check out my other videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Later. Okay. And this back end part was nothing. Okay. There we go. Wild, huh? And that's the end of the short. So now we just go to produce, and then we're going to hear my computer rev up like a freaking race car. It's going to be crazy. In the rights format. Let me see. What should I name this? Let's do EPP Bum. And we'll do this under my Fat A on videos. Yep. We'll save it. And then start your engines. Here it comes. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear that. She probably was talking about Ben Shapiro, but, you know, I don't know that for sure. I don't know that for sure. And they told her that it was going to be Erica Kirk. So, makes me wonder. Makes me wonder just a little bit. Alrighty, Sonder for the $5 says, I'm 100% and not ashamed to say it. We are being outbred by the enemy. Time to crusade. Well, you know, I'm not 100% any type of race. I'm a mixed race guy myself, so it's like, you know, I don't know. I just don't care about that at all. It's not something I care about. I care about American culture. That's really the only thing I care about. That's the only quote-unquote race, even though it's not a race at all. Anybody of any skin color can be American, and that's just what's beautiful about it. But if they're not actually pro-American culture, pro-founding fathers, pro-amendments, pro-constitution, they're not American, and they never will be. And I think that they should be deported, even if they're born U.S. citizens. I don't care. If you don't like our country, I think you ought to get out. That's my take on it. But, I don't know. Some people may disagree. But I appreciate that, Ms. Honder. I really do. John... Oh, I thought that was 3 N's there. I was like, Johan. Rublian for the $5. Hashtag Candace did it. Hey, you know, I think I can get behind that. Kimberly Gonzalez for $1.99. She was talking about Ben Shapiro. And Love My Aussie for $2 as well says she is talking about Ben, not Erica. Yeah, that makes sense. But at the end of the day, too, Andrew Colvett said that he told her that it was Erica. You know? So it is sus. It is very, very sus. How should I title this? How should I title this short? Shoot. That's gonna be a tough one. Sav Smile says, I've taken Native American Studies class and the teacher is woke. Oh, that sucks. Nothing. Oh, man. You have no idea how woke the tribes are. Take a look into the Cherokee Nation. The Cherokee Nation is now Hollywood. I'm not kidding. The Cherokee Nation is Hollywood. All of this stuff being filmed in Oklahoma. All of these Reservoir Dogs, all of the shows, Tulsa King, all of this stuff is 100% ran by Hollywood through the Cherokee Nation and the Cherokee Nation Film Studios. It is crazy. They are destroying Native American culture completely. It's a bummer. I highly recommend y'all look into that. Let's see here. Let's see. Alrighty. Now we got a Russian bot for $5. Heck yeah, I finally get me some rubles. Heck yeah. Are you with Tenant? Sign me up. It doesn't matter who the F she was talking about. She hasn't been associated with TPUSA for how long? Way too long. She didn't go to his wedding or funeral. Absolutely dead on accurate, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, call me, you know. Tenant. No. I'm kidding. I'm making jokes. Alrighty, let's open the file location up. It has done cooking. We have beep poopy bum here. Gonna go here. We're gonna drag this right on over here. All right. And yeah, I'll work on uploading that as a short. and then let's I guess let's get back to what else is going on today. Even is Candace even doing a video today? Is she doing anything? I don't even know. I don't know if she's doing anything or not. I know she was on Anna Kasparian, so we could watch that. I plan on watching that. I guess Candace Owens, I bet Candace Owens doesn't do a stream already. She said something about having to. I hear something come through my speakers. What was that? Weird. Huh. Oh well. Yeah. Let's see. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll see. Maybe she's taking the day off because she did this stream with Anna of the Kasparian. How long of a clip did they put here? Oh, there's Anna. Hit me. Oh wait, hit me, baby, one more time. Yeah, I don't know why it just looks like that. From Anna, not from Candace. But alrighty, yeah, we could probably just watch that anyway. We'll make fun of her. Yeah, we'll make fun of her. That's for sure. What else do we got? Is there anything else? Anything else at all? Why is the Torah? Why is the Torah trending? That's odd. Torah is the Torah as blueprint. Hashem's priority in creation. Okay. Why is this trending? Cites the Torah to justify mass murder of Palestinian women, children. Oh, man. Okay. Just dumb. Sneeko reacts to Rabbi claiming Jesus Christ never started Christianity, saying he only came to fulfill the laws of the Torah. He lived as a Jew and died as a Jew. He was a religious Jew who never started Christianity. Christianity came 300 years later. I mean, he's technically correct in that sense. I don't think, maybe I'm wrong. Don't quote me on this, guys, but did Jesus ever say start Christianity? I don't think he actually ever made that term, right? I get where they're coming from, but following specifically in the church of what Jesus had in mind would be just naturally labeled Christianity. It's just a name. You know what I mean? Who cares what you call it anyway? Who cares what you call it? Like, does it matter if it's called Christianity or if it's called Floribism? Like, it's the only thing that you need to worry about is the actual just word. I don't care what it's called. I really could care less, you know? I don't even know why anybody would debate that. Who actually cares what it's called? You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess that's kind of a silly thing to be like, oh, well, Christianity wasn't the name given. Yeah, well, who said Jew? I don't remember anywhere. Does anywhere in the Bible it say Jew? Does it say Jew in here? I don't think it does. So, I mean, technically you could make the same argument for Jew. Let me see. Does the Bible say Jew? Oh, it is in there. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Does the Bible say Christian? Yeah, I guess so. Wait. Does the Old Testament say Jew? Okay, yes. Never mind then. They call it, it's just, okay. Yehudi? How does that translate to Jew? Like, normally they're close, right? I don't know. I'm not going to get into, I'm not a linguist. So I can't tell you. Jewish is not Jew. Oh, okay. I see. Jewish. You know, and Jewish is always funny to me, though, because it's like you're kind of ish on something. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, how would I say it? What is a good term? Jewish, like, oh, do you believe in the Torah? Well, I'm Jewish. You know what I mean? Like, halfway there. What's another wind? Or no, another wind. I just sound this. You sound windy. My bad. What was it? Like, there's another, like, other terms you could use as that. Like, that wouldn't work. Yeah. I can't think of anything else with ish at the end. I can't believe I can't think of anything right now. That is ridiculous. I heard a very funny joke about it, but now it's just gone. I just can't think of it. It's okay. Anyway, biblical discovery in Egypt, name of Pharaoh linked to the story of Moses is found carved into a 3,000-year-old stone. Is this real? Oh, Daily Mail. Oh, that's kind of neat. Okay, so is that why? Why is it all the way this far down before I find the thing that probably is making this trend? You know, Amish. Well, okay, but that's still like, still Yiddish. But yeah, but those are actual words with the ish at the end. Yeah. Like Driller there saying I'm gay-ish. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, I hate to use it that way, but Turk-ish, yeah. That's kind of funny too. Yeah, child-ish. Yeah, that's a great way, too. Yeah. Okay, you guys came to my rescue there pretty quick. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, like child-ish, Jew-ish. You know what I mean? It's like just the ish part that makes it funny. But the fact that it's part of the word Jewish is just normal, that's what made the joke funny. I wish I could remember the exact joke when somebody came in. They're like, oh, are you like Hebrew? And it's like, well, I'm Jew-ish. You know what I mean? Like, halfway in, halfway out. I don't know. I just find it to be funny. But all right, let's jump into this, guys.
Well, do you know any of the charges that he's up for right now?
Yeah, of course. But I want to make sure that we have them listed.
Yeah, but like can you name one? Because my general perspective is that you don't actually care about this case. You're not following the case.
Oh, of course they're going to use the only clip again, as I've been pointing out this whole freaking time. The only clip Candace Owens has in her favor at all is this right now. Cheap-ish. Yes, that is a fantastic. Exactly, a fantastic example. Left-ish, yes, exactly. Candace is left-ish. I don't know if she's ish about it. I think she's full-fledged left. But yeah, no, that's hilarious. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, cheap-ish is exactly the example, and left-ish is exactly the examples I was looking for there. Thank you, guys. It's so funny. Who's Midge? Wait, what's going on? Who's Midge? We got a troll in here? Got a little troll we could just kind of poke at here? I do not see this person. I don't see them. Did I miss it? I didn't miss a super chat or anything, did I? Let me go back. I missed several. What is wrong with me? Woo, okay, hold on. Okay. There we go. Okay, so Nurse Terry, don't call me Shirley. Dang right. That is a fantastic line right there. Oh, wait, no, I think my favorite one is, what was it? We need to get to a hospital. A hospital, or what? How did he phrase it? Hospital, what's that, or whatever? And he goes, "It's a big building with people with patients inside of it." But that's not important right now. that whole line. Let's see. Oh, I've got to. Okay, I have to. I'm sorry, guys. A little delay, then we play the full video with no more delay. Oh, she is going to be on. Okay, 5:30. Let's see here. So, Leslie Nielsen. I have so many. You can see I've clearly looked him up quite a bit. Leslie Nielsen, hospital. This right here. Is there a doctor? Okay. Can we get the? Okay, just a little short, like the.
You'd better tell the captain we've got to land as soon as we can. This woman has to be gotten to a hospital.
Okay, so he says that. I'm gonna pause a lot because I have a feeling they might try to copyright claim my channel. So we can't let that happen.
A hospital? What is it?
It's a big building with patients, but that's not important right now.
Yeah, I love that so much. A hospital, what is it? She's clearly asking about the sickness. But yeah, oh man, everything about Leslie Nielsen is just unbelievably good. He's literally the comedic version of Christopher Lee, in my opinion. All right, now, Azura's Path for $10. Heck yeah, we got a Naruto fan in here. Candace will be done with how she's acting. I think it is just time and all. Yeah, that could be. I very well could be. Thank you so much for that, Ashura's Path. Ashura's Path. I don't know why I read it like that. Praised Pain. Pain was cool. Love that thing. All right, I won't torture you with that anymore.
You're just not following it enough.
It seems pretty, like, if you're going to engage and you're going to say the evidence is overwhelming that Tyler Robinson is guilty, I just think that you should, like, right. Can you tell me one
Then let's do the counter. This question. Is fair. Name all 7 since you've been following the case.
Okay, sure. You name one.
Yeah, you named all 7.
I'm happy to do that, but can you name one?
I think he's been charged with murder.
That's actually incorrect.
Okay.
Incredible to witness Andrew Wilson who paid Candace Owens $300,000 to engage in.
Yeah, now play another clip from any of the 4 hours that they sat there and debated each other. Oh, right. You only have that 10-second clip. Good job.
That debate have absolutely no familiarity with the topic at hand, namely the Tyler Robinson case, the suspect who's accused of assassinating Charlie Kirk.
Yeah,
now, Candace's detractors have basically brushed that moment off as like, no big deal, no biggie. But it is a big deal because prior to that debate, Andrew Wilson declared that there was overwhelming evidence that Tyler Robinson is guilty.
You know what, guys? This is a full 54-minute thing, and it's going to take us an hour and a half to get through it. And I would rather watch the new Candace Owens episode. How about we watch this tomorrow? And then I'll just play like a little like a body cam footage or something like that. How about we do that? So that way we save some time. Jump right into the Candace Owens stuff, and then we can get that done. Hop over to Gary's stream because he's going to have Andrew Wilson on, and I want you all to go over there and watch that. And then tomorrow when we do the live stream, I'll play this and then like some other stuff. You know what I mean? We'll figure it out as we go along tomorrow. But yeah, what do you guys think of that? Would you all rather do that, or would you just rather watch part of this? Because I really do want to jump over to the Candace Owens video. Let's see what she says here too, by the way. Just to read it up on it. Today is our last episode before we go on break. You just went on break like 2 weeks ago. What? Okay. Next week, people lied and claimed I altered footage of the Tyler Robinson in the parking garage. You did alter it. There's no way around it. Why are we still talking about this? Today, I proved with video that I most certainly did not. And actually, the court footage presented was intentionally altered. She's insane. She is so insane that she thinks people are so stupid that they don't understand what a wide-angle lens is. That is absolutely crazy. We also present more exclusive footage of Terry Farnsworth consulting with his employees. Shortly after Charlie's assassination, did he disrupt the crucial chain of evidence custody? No, because if he did, the police would have arrested him. Andrew Colvett lies so deplorably on the Beavis and Butthead Hour. Oh, good. Very funny. In an attempt to present me as a fan of Adolf. Of course, that Andrew Wilson actually defends me and tells the truth. Oh, she's not going to address the bombshell today, is she? She ain't going to address the bombshell. That's funny. So, are we throwing peanuts that look like potatoes again? Probably. Yeah. Funny stuff. Let's see. What else do we got? Murder-ish, yeah. Yeah, that goes well for her. She could go about murder-ish. Alrighty. So, I'm actually just going to put on a body cam footage because we have a few minutes until she's on. She's going to be on at 5:30. It's 5:08. That's 22 minutes away. So yeah. Oh, thirsty. Wow, I should be drinking more water. There we go. Okay, there we go. She can stay on break? Yeah, she should stay on break. She should just permanently go on break and not come back. Like, she's got her money. Well, just, it's ridiculous. Made an affordable. I don't know. I'll look into that. Uh-oh. Naders. If anybody's in the far east, or in the Midwest, far east, and Arkansas. I guess Arkansas, like, this is all the east, and then east, southeast, and Arkansas. And then also up in the Midwest. Be careful out there today, guys. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. It's not going to be anything crazy, I bet, because it's summer. It's too hot to really make anything too big. But don't get caught off guard. Do not drive in these storms. Just don't. It's not worth it, guys. It's really not worth it. Just stay where you're at. I know it sucks to have to stay at work for an extra 30 minutes. Just do it. Just do it. Don't get out in your car and try to drive through a storm with a tornado coming down, because it'll just push you off the road like you're nothing. And there's nothing you can do about it. And if it rolls your car, you'll break your neck. You'll just break your neck. I know it seems like, oh, tornadoes. We live in Tornado Alley and all that. Most of these people here where the tornado outbreaks have been happening all year are not really in Tornado Alley, except for Arkansas. Tornado Alley is really just from Arkansas, Oklahoma's dead center Tornado Alley, which is why we always get the most tornadoes. and the biggest tornadoes. We have the biggest tornado, several of the biggest tornadoes ever recorded in history in the United States. They all took place in Oklahoma, except for one that took place in Joplin, which is pretty much Oklahoma. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not worth it, guys. Don't chance it. Do not chance it. And the people who aren't used to tornadoes genuinely are not used to it. The amount of whiplashing winds that are coming both ways, it's not worth it. Yeah, Illinois is getting hard hit. Yeah, Illinois has an insane amount of tornadoes. Insane. We hardly got any tornadoes this year at all. All the tornadoes moved east and north. It's bizarre. It's very bizarre. We haven't really seen anything like this very often anyway. Very, very rare, you know. I need to invest into a tornado shelter. That's what I need money for. That's for sure. Great. These guys put pictures. I like these guys, though. They're funny. They just put pictures on their head, and they have to guess who's on their head. All right. Anyway, body cam. That's body cam. Yeah, here we go. This one's, let's see. Let's find one that's like, 12 minutes long. 23-year-old was seconds away from freedom. What she does now. Oh, this is going to be hilarious. I could already tell.
Officers responded to a disturbance at a local...
Why is this in TV orientation? What the heck? This is like 4x5 or something like that. 5x4.
Where an intoxicated woman was causing problems with staff. She was given one chance to avoid arrest, a chance she wouldn't take.
Hello.
How are you? Hello. By the way, this is Crime Time Cam. I'm going to give them a subscribe. Crime Time Cam. Go check them out, guys. We're going to watch just a bit of this before we get Candace Owens on. Alrighty.
2 females are in this here. We want her at least to leave the premises.
Do you want them trespassed or no?
I don't think trespass is necessary. She's just intoxicated and.
Okay. Did they?
She just belligerent.
Okay.
Running her mouth, saying everything, and just went and sat in the car.
Okay.
We just called in and played numbers.
Okay, I'll just have them log it just in case.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
If they would stop talking. I'll have a chat with them real quick. Nothing physical happened, just all verbal between y'all?
No, she was. We had to hold her back a couple times. Yeah, she wished she could.
Hey, just wait right there. You need to stay in your car. Get in your car. Get in your car. Close the door. Roll your window down.
I don't have my car keys.
Where are your car keys?
I don't know.
Okay. Have you been drinking tonight?
Yeah, damn
Okay.
well. Like one glass, and suddenly.
Yeah, that's not one glass, lady. you are toasted.
You can't find your keys. Okay. Sit tight for me.
She's toasted.
Just wait. Central 338, copy attack.
That's hilarious.
What's going on here?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Yes,
Okay, that's.
sir, I don't know.
Okay.
This officer is.
Who's this here?
This is a great officer.
down.
I like this.
Hello, the officer is talking to you. Tell him who you are. Tell him who you are. Tell him who you are. It's okay, girl. You're good.
So what's going on here with you guys fighting with the bar staff?
Oh, absolutely not. I've just been sleeping with them. Right.
That's a lie. So let's be honest.
Bro, all right. Listen, here's what we came here to. We've been here a million times, okay? I'm a little bit intoxicated, so is she, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So is everybody else who comes here, okay?
Okay.
We have a slight problem with, some sort of altercation with owner / girl who works here, right? This is my person who's passed away's mother. I'm the one here, okay?
What does that even mean? Who's your person's passed away mother? What even was that? Like, this lady ain't making no sense at all. Don't worry, guys. We'll be getting to Candace. Oh, well. Let me, hold on. I'm going to just move this one over here. And then we'll have this kind of ticking up here. So that way people will know. I could show them and, don't worry. Anybody coming on in, we're going to be watching Candace. Don't worry. We got to hear. Just entertaining ourselves till she starts. In like 10 minutes. 15 minutes.
Everybody gets up in there, and that shit is just super abnormal. I don't think I'm 23 years old. She's like 44. I don't think that for us, to be drinking is a problem.
It's not a problem. It becomes a problem if you start fighting with people. Okay. It becomes a problem if you try and drive when you're intoxicated.
Oh, we don't fight. But why is this problem happening? We don't fight.
Because you're drunk and you won't listen to them telling you to leave.
Talk to them?
I did just talk to them.
Okay, so they said I was drunk and I'm the problem. Have you gone and talked to them about, have you talked to me about how they might be the problem?
Okay.
He's talking to you right now? How are you that drunk that you don't even understand that? What'd you think about talking to me? Yeah, I thought about it a little bit, and then I started doing it, and then you said that. What?
Why don't you step out of the car, come back here.
Yeah.
You wait in here.
All right, I'll just full screen this,
Come back.
actually.
We're going to my car. This young lady and her friend are extremely intoxicated and wanted to fight with the bar here. She got into her
I don't think she wanted to fight with the bar. I think she wanted to fight with the bar owner. Is this cop drunk? No.
car, was trying to leave,
Was I?
but cannot find her keys.
So are you willing to perform field sobriety?
Run.
If you
Are
do
you
not,
joking? You perform half that on half these people. They're all
It's a
intoxicated.
yes or no question.
Why does she need to do a field sobriety test, actually? She's actually at a private area. She may be getting kicked out, but she clearly did admit that she was intoxicated. She's in her car without her keys, so it's not even actual physical control, let alone a DUI. It wouldn't be public intox until she gets out into the public, but they were the officers were actually the ones who pulled her out into the public. Now, I can understand her being an issue or, all that stuff, but, and maybe if they trespassed her, they could be like, okay, well, you're a public nuisance at this point, because then she's obviously has to go out into public. But simply, I don't know why they tried to do a field sobriety test. They could have been like, okay, look, they don't want you here anymore. You're too intox to drive. Can you get a ride? Can you get an Uber? That's the way I probably would have just started off with this, in my opinion. So there's that, because she hasn't escalated anything with the cops yet. So I don't see why they would want a problem at this point in time.
Question, ma'am.
I'm not driving my car,
we'll
bro.
have to make a determination based on your current state.
Okay, so then what? Who drives?
Well, if I were you, I'd been like, look, I cannot drive in my condition, and I'm not going to put people's lives in danger. I'm telling you that now. That's what she probably should have done. And been like, there's no point in me taking a field sobriety test. If I pass, that's fine and all, but I don't feel I could drive. That would be the responsible thing to do. Even if I pass these tests, I still feel I'm not capable of driving. And the officers probably would have respected that a lot too. In all fairness, I would say they probably would have been lenient on her if she had done that too, but she's drunk, so you can't exactly expect her to make the best decisions. Though, even when you're at your worst and most intoxicated, if you are hanging around a bunch of people at any establishment whatsoever, you generally should be capable of keeping your faculties with you.
It's my car. What happens to my car? I understand I can't drive my car. No, that's not getting towed.
It's a yes or no question. Will you perform SFEs?
Sure.
I won't tow your car.
You will.
Sure.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, I will.
Wait right here. Okay.
I go through this. She said she can't drive.
Can you hear my instructions here?
No, this is actually the cops kind of being dumb. She said she can't drive. Why bother doing a field sobriety test? Because if she did pass, would you allow her to drive still? She said she can't drive.
Somewhere where it's not as loud.
Yeah.
You can hear? Okay. Are you sick or injured? Are you taking any medications currently?
No, sir.
Do you have any physical handicaps? Broken a leg before, anything like that?
No, sir.
No. Perfect. Is there anything else that would make it hard for you to complete this any of the tests?
Sir.
Okay.
Why are they going?
This is going to be on my driving record.
She's impaired.
No.
I just don't get
This is just...
On a perfect driving record. I don't want to...
Here's the deal, right? This test shows me whether or not you are good to drive, right?
Duh. She said she wasn't good to drive. What are you doing wasting time like this, officer? You could just pack her into a freaking Uber and send her on her way.
Because clearly
what is this?
Had some drinks.
Yes, this is the first time I've actually disagreed with the cops on these.
I want to make sure you are okay to drive before I tell you, get your butt out of here.
Yes, sir.
Okay? You doing these exercises helps me feel comfortable.
She told you she can't drive.
Because the way you're acting over here when I first showed up, that's not normal.
It's pretty normal.
Shoes ugly.
What's that?
Are these shoes ugly?
Your shoes? I don't know. I'm not a shoe guy.
Really?
Look at what I got on.
Yeah, but like,
mine look like yours.
These look like dude shoes.
No, I don't think so. Who told you that?
My dad.
Your dad did?
I know you got good shoes. You have nice shoes. Yeah, I got nice shoes.
They're comfortable. I don't know about nice.
That's what's so upset about this.
I mean, at least they're being cordial, but what is going on?
I'm trying to figure out, like, I have a domestic violence, like, sexual assault case open right now with Charlotte County. My goal in life is to kind of be there for people who have been through it. You know what I mean?
Just victim advocate.
This is my.
Hey guys, let's calm it down.
This is my first time out.
We don't have to argue about any of this, guys. No, we're. This has been a 3,000 year long argument. I don't think we're definitely not gonna solve the Christianity, Islam, Jewish debate here in the chat. I'm letting y'all know that now. Guys, let's please not. Okay. Yeah, let's not do any of the F God, F Judaism, F Islam, or F Christianity here in the chat. Let's just not. Okay, guys. There really is no reason why. There's just no reason to do that. We're not going to solve that debate here in chat.
So, like,
I don't know
what I mean?
I can tell you this: it's probably not a good idea to be fighting with bartenders and stuff.
Yeah, when the bartender's gonna be a grown-ass man talking
holy cow
to a little girl, you're not gonna see that. You're gonna see
I
the
couldn't really
call.
see her
You're
shoes,
gonna
to
see
be
what
honest.
happened.
Well, they told you to leave, and they have the right to do so. So.
And I understand that. I do. They do have the right to tell me to leave. You're all I'm sorry to say that, but you don't put your hands on a child, a little girl.
This is the Magaziah Jew
So I
Club.
stood up for myself, and
You tell
here
by
I am.
All right, my friend, hop on out for me.
Actually, do
or you
have
can
a hat.
actually stay there if you
They're
want to stay
playing
warm.
Sweet Child of Mine in the background. That better not get me
So here's the deal,
demonetized.
right? You are unbelievably lucky right now. Okay.
There we go.
Based on how you performed in those exercises, if you had your
Why
keys
not?
in that car, you would be
We're
going to
doing
jail
it.
tonight.
Hold on.
The
That's
manager
loud.
at the bar here found your keys in the bathroom. Okay, so you did not have physical control of the vehicle, so you will not be going to jail for DUI. Having said that, if you get in that car and you drive that car, you will go straight to jail. Period.
I'm not gonna drive it. I'm not gonna drive
You and your friend need to find a way home because sleeping in your car in the parking lot of Gators is not the way to go. Come back for your car in the morning when you're sober, or have a friend come and get it when they're sober. But do not drive drunk. Go find your phone, call an Uber. Do not drive your car. I'm leaving. Okay?
How you doing, sir?
Hey man, how are you? I just need to talk to him real quick. Because the keys were in the bathroom, I can't arrest her for DUI because she's not in control of it. She bombed everything, so she would have gone to jail if she had the keys in the car. With that, if you guys decide to trespass her, you can. She's working on getting her Uber out of here to leave y'all alone.
Okay. So
Never had this problem before, so.
Yeah.
All right. I think the cop just wasted time. That's not the worst thing in the world. I was a little harsh on the cop. He wasted a little time. He was like, she's too drunk to drive, get an Uber. And it was just like, why even bother going through that? She already told you. She couldn't drive. Why did you have to determine that for her? Just kind of silly, you know what I mean?
Hopefully it's just a one and done type of thing.
Yeah, and like I said, if you guys change your mind and she comes back up in here, let us know.
Wow, she's in this bar causing trouble? Like, this is kind of like a... I don't know, I put this as like a bar of people of my age or older. You know what I mean? She's way too young to be in a bar like this. This is not a party bar. This is so clearly not a party bar.
Take her out.
This is like a...
It's toxic, and this is the type of shit that's gonna make a bitch get beat at home. You guys don't know what the you're doing in your lane.
Then call someone else
Shut
to
up.
get you home.
You have Uber.
Weird-ass bitch.
Is that enough?
Oh, now she's getting mad. She's gonna screw this up for herself. She was so close.
I'm trying to help you.
Roll the window down.
Why? Well, okay, just leave her alone.
What?
Is someone coming to get you? Is someone coming to get you? Because we can't wait here all night.
What do you want?
I just asked you.
But I already answered whoever the fuck. I don't want to answer to you.
They kind of have to know.
What the you did.
Is someone coming to get you, yes or no?
I know what you did, dude.
It's a yes or no, Emily.
You don't understand. No.
No one's...
No, get the away from my car.
So, how are you getting out of here?
Go the away.
How are you getting out of here?
Go away. I will call a million other people besides your bitch ass. Go
So
away.
are you going to call someone to come pick you up right now?
He's already on the way. Go away.
He's already on the way. That's what I was asking.
Out of here, yes. Go away from my car.
How stupid is she to get like this? I hope he drags her out at this point.
You literally think it's funny. Like, you find joy in that shit, bro. You find joy in that shit.
Hey,
Oh, no.
No, now you're going to jail.
What?
Get out.
Get out of the car.
You're
Wait,
under
why?
arrest.
For
Get out.
what? For what?
Get out.
Wait, why?
Trying to give
How
you an opportunity.
stupid is
You did
she?
something stupid. You just drove the car. We told you not to drive.
Wait. Hold on. Wait, hold on.
Oh my
We're
God.
going to go to jail because the keys weren't in. We allowed you to sit in
I'm
the
only
vehicle.
sad that she didn't eat the
The
pavement.
warm.
Wow.
It doesn't matter.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't care at this point. She's not going to.
What are you doing?
I'm taking you to jail.
No, why?
Oh my
Because you
gosh,
just drove your
she's
car.
actually just low IQ.
Goes.
That is how it goes, actually. You're given ample opportunity.
Seriously.
Oh, wow.
Like, Jesus
It's
Christ.
the car. Do you have anything in your pockets?
No, sir. Of course not.
No drugs?
That is
No,
so
sir.
crazy.
Even if you bring weed in,
No, go ahead. I've never.
It's a felony.
Go ahead.
nothing in here?
No, sir. I've never had anything.
I've
Sir,
never
this
had
is
anything,
not-
really.
Sir, I have a child.
Okay. Then maybe you should
Boy,
make
how
better
did you
life
just,
decisions.
how are you so
I
stupid,
know
lady?
Here. I don't.
We
I
tried
need
to
talk
offer
you. No, I
We
need
tried to offer you help.
Please let
Get in
me
the car.
talk to you.
Get in the car.
please.
I'm done talking to you.
You do not understand, sir. You do not understand, bruh.
You didn't
All
do
right,
anything to
she's
make
in
him
my
understand.
Car. What are we doing with her?
She's in the back. I thought she just disappeared.
Where was her phone? No, you're good.
You're all good.
You're fine.
He's just like, what
You
just
just have
happened?
to go get yourself home because you're too drunk to drive.
Well, yeah.
She's well aware of it.
Yeah, I know she is. She's been straight up about that the whole time.
I have a child, sir. I can't fucking be arrested like this shit. I need to plan shit ahead.
You had ample time to plan ahead. The officer asked you to plan ahead, asked you to get someone to pick you up, and now it's, oh, I have a child. I need to plan ahead. Yeah, well, enjoy jail, you idiot. Wow, she deserved
Thanks for
that.
watching today's video. If you haven't already,
I actually thought this video was going to go the way they did when they started with this field sobriety test after she had clearly said she could not drive. I was like, oh, this officer's going to entrap her or something. You know what I mean? And it turned out not even close. Not even close. She was just stupid. How do you do that? Wow, that was probably one of the best body cam videos. That's one that came with a twist in everything. Like, straight up, this was a masterpiece, probably written by M. Night Shyamalan, if I had to guess. Although he doesn't really write very many masterpieces. He does have a couple of masterpieces. Let's see here. Wow, we are 1 minute away from this starting now. Oh, man. Honey, I Shrunk the footage. No, they didn't. It's a wide-angle lens. That is so crazy. I am so blown away by how stupid Candace Owens is. And, we had to watch a stupid lady right before that. Probably related to Candace herself, if I had to guess. Did this take place in Tennessee? Let's see. Where was it at? Where was it? Where did this take place at? I want to know. Say right here. Sheriff, Charlotte. Where's that? Charlotte what? Is it Carolina? Where's your officer? Where is a better angle of your vehicle? She's right there, and it's just Charlotte County. Charlotte County. Let's see here. Charlotte County, Florida. Is that right? Yeah, county is in how many states? Let's see. 2. Okay, so there's one in Florida and one in Virginia. Okay. Oh, and New Brunswick, Canada, but that doesn't count because they're not real. Canada just doesn't exist. It's a myth. Alrighty, so Virginia and Florida have Charlotte County, so it could be either or. I wonder which one. Ooh, I could find out. What color? Okay, so yellow, green, and black. What color sheriff is County Virginia? Okay, I didn't ask for its race, you freaking piece of garbage. Colors do the sheriffs use in Charlotte County, Virginia? I put Virginia. Good job. All right, they use cruiser color mandates for Virginia County follow state guidelines. Okay, I don't care. False premise in your query. Charlotte County is located in Virginia, but the well-known Charlotte County. Okay, yeah. What just? Okay. On the side of their cars. Let's do that. Gold, blue, and black. Okay. This one is gold, green, and black. Okay, so how about Florida? It is forest green and white. Okay, cool. So we know that it's for sure Florida. There we go. AI, why were you trying to nitpick that? Man, but theirs is close because they have black, green, and gold. And Virginia's is blue, green, or blue, gold, and black. So, man, pretty close to be honest. Man, crazy stuff. Okay, well, now we know. Now we know. Anyway, did we, yeah, already broke wind? Heck yeah. Yeah, I love this thing. Just so good. Just walk in anywhere. You walk into a bar and, oh, that, you got to wet in the, hold on. Yeah, you got to go. Boy, hold on. I usually can get a good, like, that's where it is. Hold on. Okay, well, yep. Sounds good, Samurai. We'll see you here in a few. Gotta just lay a Candace real quick. Yeah, anyway. Gotta go drop a Candace Owens. Man, I cannot get it to do a deep round, like a... Can get some nasty ones, but just can't get a... That's what I'm looking for. That right there. Who's the pastor that always made the funny faces? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Have y'all ever seen the farting preacher? They had, who was the famous preacher that, didn't he turn out to be, like, isn't he all, like, creepy now? This guy. Have y'all ever seen the farting preacher? This was on Newgrounds back in the day, like 20 years ago, 26 years ago. This right here, of course, has been uploaded onto YouTube forever. Wait, is this him? This is him. Okay, so it is the guy that's all weird and creepy now. He used to look like this. And this is what he used to do. There we go. People added in the fart sounds. I don't know if you guys have seen this before, but this is the best thing on the internet.
Peter first was in fear when Jesus told him to launch out. It's amazing when the Lord speaks to you.
Call me right now.
This is silly. I don't like when he runs and
See the glory of God. Hallelujah. And my word will not return void, and it will go to that which it was sent. And it will prosper.
It looks like he's really doing it. Because he's like, yeah, Pastor Gas 5, heck yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's real because he does all the weird mannerisms. So all someone did was just add in fart noises. And it's just, it works so well.
And now listen to this. You go a little further. You get the one, God's for you. You get, he's with you. And then the last biggie, God's in you. Wow, man. But learning how to release your faith. I just heard the Lord say, it is a spirit. And bread for eating will also provide and multiply. Oh, that's the opening of the windows of heaven. And he was eating steak and having water from the brook and bread, fresh cooked bread. I can smell that bread right now. Hallelujah, I can smell that bread right now. Hallelujah. God's cooking something up for you. Woo. Hallelujah. I am smelling fresh bread. God's cooked the ovens of heaven. Heaven's bakery is cooking something up for you. God, this is the way the gifts of the Spirit operate through me. God's cooking something up for you. He's cooking something up for me. We worship you, Lord.
Can you believe that the original version is just this without fart noises? Kenneth Copeland, that's right. That is right. Exactly. Can you believe that the fart noises are added in after he did all this? The way he moves and everything just looks like that's exactly what he's doing. It's just so wild. This guy is a weirdo, though. Like, have you ever seen how he acts outside of, like, all of this? Dude's really, like, odd. Okay? So, just funny stuff for sure. You know? All that stuff. Oh, no, I'm getting threatened that if I keep this up, someone will quit watching me. Oh, geez. Oh, no. Wow. Okay. Yeah, don't do that. That's not going to go well for you. I'm telling you that now. Don't threaten to leave if I don't change myself. I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. It's just making fun of a dude who grifted off of selling Bibles his entire life. This dude's fake. Have you ever seen him get confronted and how he got mad at people and how he just like... I'll show you. Here. You really like this guy. Just see how he acted to this lady.
How are you, sir? We'd just like to ask you
Guy's not a
about
nice
why you
guy.
don't want to fly commercial. Why have you said that you won't fly commercial? You said that it's like getting into a tube with a bunch of demons. Why do you think that?
No, listen to me just a second. Of course. Not the people. The main reason is because of the need. If I flew commercial, I'd have to stop 65% of what I'm doing. That's really the main.
Isn't it true that you want to fly commercial so that you can fly in luxury? How much money did you pay for Tyler Perry's Gulfstream jet, for example?
Well, for example, that's really none of your business, but...
Isn't it the business of your donors?
Listen, I paid. You kind of caught me off guard here, okay?
Certainly. Well, if you'd like to come out here, I'd like to give you a chance to catch your breath and...
This guy's known to just scam people for the most part. Takes money from his donors and runs off. You know what I mean? Not great. I don't mind making fun of the guy. Genuinely don't. But geez, come on. We're all joking around having a good time here. We got to have a little bit of a good time. Can't be serious 24/7. Just, I don't understand it. We don't have to take everything serious, guys. We really don't. I'm going to turn this down. Sometimes life's about sitting back and having a good time. And that's what I intend on doing no matter how bad things get or how good things get, you know? Gotta always look towards the light and have a good time with everybody that surrounds you. You know? All right. Oh, I think I went over. I don't even need Candace pulled up anymore. Why do I have her? Oh, yeah, and then there's this. Oh, man. Just crazy. This blows my mind right here. This blows my absolute mind. 2 bombshells released today, and I don't think people realize it. To be honest, I really don't think people realize it. You know? Like, at the end of the day, we just got confirmation that Candace Owens is the curator of Wine Moms, in my opinion. I think this is exactly... I don't know if they noticed this or not, but I wonder if anybody did notice this. I guess not. Huh. Maybe I should, Wine Moms to the left, in my opinion. Did I spell? I think I spelled cure. Nope, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. There we go. That's in my opinion, anyway. I'm pretty sure. You know what I mean? It's an opinion. I don't have proof, so I got to preface that. But I don't think it's a coincidence that Candace Owens has a bunch of wine moms and is ripping them right on over and putting them to the communist left. Anybody surprised? Anybody surprised at all? I'm sure not. But anyway, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Oh, wait. We may be able to just skip right up to the top here. Oh, no, we don't. Never mind. I have to be very, very careful to make sure we do not hit this intro. But yeah, anyway, bad guy. He's not a good guy. He's really crazy, and he rips off his donors. I think he's been sued several times. Let's see. In the lawsuit, did he? Contempt and drama. Kenneth Copeland was jailed for contempt of court. I didn't know he was jailed. Are you serious? With clashing with the judge, giving defiant answers on the stand, and attempting to invoke his Fifth Amendment rights despite having immunity. He had immunity? That's so funny. That is so funny. How do you blow your immunity? That's amazing. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Testimony. He went viral for dramatic, exasperated courtroom rants where he stated he was tired of the proceedings. Okay, we may have to watch this at some point, guys. That's very funny. I had no idea. I knew he had gotten sued, but I didn't know he actually could put himself into contempt. Crazy. No criminal charges, though. They did let him off. Okay. Fact-checking organizations have repeatedly debunked internet hoaxes claiming the televangelist collapsed in a courtroom or faced criminal conviction. Why would they make that up? Especially if they don't have video of him collapsing. That's stupid. I don't know. That's just dumb in my opinion. Anyway, guys, let's just lighten up and have a good time, I think. You know, we don't need to be talking and, you know, going on about the Jewish, Islam, and Christian comments and stuff on here. Like, the Christian fight and stuff like that in the chat. That's, like I said, we ain't solving 3,000, 5,000 years of, well, I guess it's not 5,000. It would be 3,000. Almost 3,000 anyway. 3,000 years of conflict when we're just not solving that in the chat, unfortunately. You know what I mean? You know, just is what it is. So, anyway, we're here now. We're going to have fun. We're going to watch some Candace. We're going to watch her bumble up stuff. We're going to get angry a little bit probably because, you know, she does that. But then we're going to get grounded and we're going to come right on back and not let that anger get the better of us because, hey, at the end of the day, Candace Owens is just a liar. And what's the point in getting mad at her? You know, that's just a waste of emotion. She's just a moron. A moron that isn't able to, you know, she's not capable of, how would I put it? How would I put her? Like, she's the embodiment of envy.
All right, you guys, happy Thursday. Last show before we go on a break.
Oh,
to
I muted
share.
her.
I'm just over here reflecting on everything that Turning Point USA has put me through in the last 11 months. How completely unacceptable it is. I don't know. It's just because I'm getting like fatter, more pregnant. I do get a little bit angrier when I'm growing a boy. But it's just the lies, the attacks, the full-time influencer, the ring of influencers that are going after my family, journalists working with them.
Nobody's coming after you family, you psychopath. Nobody except for maybe online people who are spending way too much time online, who have like 3 or 4 followers or 0 followers. Maybe those people, but those are psychopaths that should be disavowed. Nobody is coming after your family. I want an example of this.
To insert stories about me implying that I'm the true assassin of Charlie Kirk. It just can't stand, at least not today.
Oh, really?
Andrew Colvett, by the way, is lying so badly. He brought on Andrew Wilson, who I debated last Friday, onto their Beavis and Butthead platform.
Oh, she's going to talk about it. There she
tries to
goes.
smear me. I'm talking about Andrew Colvett, not Andrew Wilson. He tries to smear me as a Hitler lover. And the smear was so bad, him and Blake are like, because that's what they do, that Andrew Wilson actually interjects. Yes, the person that I just debated was the one who interjects and is like, okay, to be fair, that's not really what happened. I have to show you that. It's just unbelievable and really demonstrates what this organization has become.
Okay, you're going to apologize to Andrew Wilson then and also thank him? I bet you guys $1 million she doesn't.
And how they just regularly engage in smears and in lies. It's just
going to make a little
we'll get into it. But first, the purpose of these lies we know are just to distract us from the investigation. They don't want to discuss any of the footage that we've been presenting on the show. They don't want to answer any relevant questions that we've been raising. So that signals to me that we need to stay focused, that they are coming undone, and we need to keep the heat up. Let's do that today. I've got some footage for you. Welcome back to Candace.
Yep. No thanks.
Okay, I'm feeling spicy today. Launch a hand grenade right at the top.
There we go.
Okay, I'm feeling spicy today. I just wanted
to get all the theme song done because for all we know, they might try to copyright strike me for saying or having a note played, which has happened before, which is insane. But yeah,
I'm gonna launch a hand grenade right at the top. I should have been wearing my second favorite shirt, but I'm not. Ready?
Oh,
Terrell Farnsworth. Let's jump right back into this. Again, what I am showing to you is within
that's what she thinks maroon
approximately 10 minutes.
God. I'm so tired of talking about
Charlie
Terrell
getting hit. And we just showed you that Terrell takes his laptop. It looks very much like he inserts an SD card into it, an SD card.
I don't care.
He just happened to take out of a camera.
Sure does.
It appears that he is accessing that footage. What I'm going to show you is that he even seemingly consults with Philip Goldsberry. Now, you may remember we mentioned Philip Goldsberry. We did a whole episode. He is the guy who mic'd Charlie for that final time. And he was working with Terrell Farnsworth, working under Terrell Farnsworth at Visual Impulse.
Oh, I miss Cherish's super chat here for €5 here. When you first listen to Andrew Wilson, you will think he's an arse. But if you actually listen to him, he's okay. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate that. Sorry for missing that. Ashura's Path for 10 bucks. Girl, this investigation has been nothing more than a gossip fest. It's funny that she blocked you. I'm banned from X for mocking her supporters, though. I'm not surprised. But yeah, she blocked me pretty quick because I think she knew that I think I have been pretty effective on hitting her emotional, whatever you would want to call it. I think I emotionally affect her because I get straight to the point and I don't mess around with it. You know what I mean? I'm just right there on it in some of the points that I make, and she's just freaked out over it. She's completely freaked out. So she had to block me immediately because she's a coward.
I just want you guys to see this footage. We're going to watch it here. Nice hand grenade. All right, what do we got here?
Oh, wow. It's literally seconds.
There. Keep your eye there.
Seconds after the footage from yesterday. It's like you could have played all of this footage in one go yesterday, Candace.
There. Gets up, and he shows something on his laptop to Philip Goldsberry. He sits there.
Okay.
And he just gets busy on his laptop.
No, it looked like he folded it and put it in a backpack.
Looks like he maybe put in something else in there. Maybe a second SD card.
Looks
Not
to me
exactly
like
sure.
he folded
I'm
it
just
and put it
letting
in
you
the
guys
backpack.
watch this so that you can see.
Let's see.
We were told by Andrew Colbert that he was worried
Oh, no,
about
he's
people
on it.
stealing hats.
He's on it right here.
I'm not getting that sense. Doesn't seem to be a priority. Keep your eyes there so you can see he's just on his laptop. Still on that laptop. Moving those hands.
Sure is,
Tapping
isn't he?
away. Checking back. Make sure nobody is looking. That is important.
Am I on full screen mode?
I thought there was a sniper running around, I'd
Yes, I
probably
am.
maybe go into a car to do this. Somewhere safer to do this. I'm always amazed that it seems like they knew they were okay.
Just want to make sure y'all could see it.
Again, this is within 10 minutes
Probably.
of Charlie going down.
Yeah, probably.
You know, yesterday I joined
know.
Anna
Could be 5,
Kasparian
could
on
be
her
7,
program
could be
for an
34.
interview, and she asked
No idea.
a question that is on a lot of people's minds regarding all of this. Take a listen.
Okay.
I don't want it to be lost on our audience, so I want to reiterate. He never provided, and this is based on the testimony that you can hear for yourselves during the preliminary hearing. He never provided the SD card, the original, SD card to the, investigation. He just provided the Google links and a flash drive, which would.
What's a flash drive, Anna? I got a question. Does it look like this? Does a flash drive look like this or this? Which one? Can it go in here? How exactly of a flash drive was it? It could be this flash drive. It could be this flash drive. It could be many different types of flash drive. They didn't say USB. They said flash drive, which uses flash memory. It could be any of these. You know what else is a flash drive? Let me show you. This is also a flash drive, believe it or not. It is all 100% flash memory. It is a flash drive. I have several of them because I have a lot of stuff. This also is a weird USB connector. Look at that thing. It's like a double USB port. But yeah, it's what are you talking about? Which one is it? Which flash drive? This, like which one? I could also put micro. I could put a micro SD card right in here down below. This is crazy, right? Like this isn't rocket science. You're just really dumb.
Indicate that there's a possibility of evidence tampering.
Just
no?
insane. It makes me so irritated.
That's actually a fair question, and it becomes an even more fair question.
It's only
as
fair
we
if you don't know what you're
demonstrate to you
talking
that He
about.
went onto his laptop, and the truth is, from what I've researched, it could be a legal gray area, but maybe not really. I'll just tell you what I found, okay? Broadly speaking, yes, everything that we saw Terrell do in terms of violating the crime scene, using Charlie's chair to climb up and remove the camera that was behind Charlie's head, and then taking that SD card and inserting it into his pocket, potentially altering it,
Maybe.
could indeed
I don't know.
register as
Do you
a
know that for
very
a fact,
serious
Candace?
legal offense. In the state of Utah, he could be charged with a felony for tampering with evidence, just as he suggests, which is defined under the Utah code as altering, destroying, concealing, or removing a thing or item with the purpose of impairing its veracity or availability of the thing or item in the proceeding or investigation. Now, I want to try to understand that in terms of what we saw. Again, what we are doing here is looking at the evidence of our eyes under the Utah 1102 rule. Okay, we're doing what Erica's prosecution did, her prosecution team did at the preliminary hearing, looking at the videos and inferring upon what we believe we see. What is not in dispute is that Terrell did, in fact, remove a physical object from the crime scene, okay? That's not in dispute. He then immediately goes behind the tent, puts it in his pocket. Would that count as concealing? I'm not sure.
That's a weapons
But
charge,
let us be
Candace.
charitable and accept
Concealing
Andrew
what?
Colbett's excuse that his intent, which does
Concealing?
actually matter,
Well, he
his
was open
intent was not
carrying.
to steal, but rather to protect, because he really was just trying to secure the SD card from the evil people who were stealing hats. But then what he does next, in my opinion, goes beyond that measure, beyond that predicament, because with the SD card now safe and sound in his pocket, what was his impetus to then take it out and insert it into what I presume to be his personal computer? This, of course, is very crucial, right? Because it would disrupt the chain of evidence. That's a crucial chain, right? Who touched everything as it went along, because it presents a real opportunity for the files to have been altered. Now, did he zoom into the shot? on that camera altogether. They take the footage, zoom in, and then
Jeez,
take
Candace, I
that
don't
zoomed
know,
in
did he?
footage and send a Google link over to SBI.
Only Candace can ask questions.
We don't know.
She's the
What we
only
can
one
say
allowed.
for certain is that he had zoomed in by the time he presented it to me nine days later.
He didn't send it to you. You screen recorded it.
What we also know, according to the testimony of David Hull, the lead investigator, is just as Anna Kasparian stated, is that he did not hand over that physical object that he took from the crime scene, the SD card, over to the lead investigators who were
Yeah, he
on the
did.
scene.
What do you mean? What do you mean he didn't? See, that's the part that you don't know. You don't even know what a flash drive is. This is a flash drive. Whoops. Man, if I could hold on to it today. This is indeed a flash drive. This is also a flash drive. Actually, technically, this isn't a flash drive at all. Fun fact. This is not a flash drive. This is a flash drive. This is actually just an adapter. But it looks like a flash drive. It's actually not a flash drive, though, because it doesn't have any memory. It becomes a flash drive when I put this into it. Now it's a flash drive, because now all that memory is in here. This without it has no memory whatsoever. It won't even register on your computer unless there is a card inserted into it. That's that. This is also big flash drive. Only flash memory. That's all that's in it. Nothing physical. No physical moving discs. So funny how it works. It's just so crazy. Low IQ.
Arrived on the
Low
scene around
IQ
1:30,
Candace.
I believe he said.
Low IQ.
Again, that was demonstrated in court, so they received a flash drive, never accounted for SD cards. Now, as for what could be the gray area here, a question that might arise would be surrounding his intent. Again, did Terrell know that it was a crime scene? Well,
Oh, geez, Candace. My God.
Terrell himself was the first to suggest that it was. Actually, he declared, you'll recall in a selfie video, that Charlie was dead. Specifically, he said,
Oh, I'm so blown away by your stupidity.
Within 2 minutes, approximately, of Charlie getting hit,
God,
Terrell
Candace sucks.
knew that Charlie was dead. So I would argue on the basis of a selfie video that it would be...
Well, then that doesn't... Just because he said Charlie was dead, that doesn't mean he said, oh, it's a crime scene. But also, duh, he knew it was a crime scene. When a crime is committed at a certain scene, I wonder what it could be called. I don't know. Bearded Hick here for $10 says, we're getting close. We're closer. My sources, we are closer. We are so close. My feeling, we are closer. I love that, man. Thank you so much. That's a great quote, man. Absolutely.
Hard to suggest that he was not aware that it was a crime scene or that a crime had taken place. We're left then with the possibility that Terrell was texting someone who had authority, who told him within 3 to 4 minutes to secure the footage. But I struggle to understand who would have had that authority plus Terrell's number to do that so quickly. And I also want to remind you guys that Tyler Boyer a while ago claimed on X that it was police that told Terrell to grab the footage. Remember, he tweeted this when people were asking, hey, why is Terrell appear to be tampering with evidence? He replied and he said this, dude did not tamper with anything. The law enforcement officers asked them to turn them over immediately so they didn't get lost in the commotion before they took everyone into lockdown. My message is directly pointed at people like you who are promoting completely made up theories and therefore putting targets on these guys. Knock it off. Now, I replied to this on my show at the time because I said that's not what Terrell told me.
Oh, man. Pixel Minute Games sent 10 Artie Trolls gift memberships. Thank you so much. Man, just real quick. Bog Ships, welcome, man. Welcome as a member. Shine bright like a Dotson. Man, thank you so much for that. Thank you guys, or welcome aboard, I mean. Welcome aboard. Thank you so much for the memberships, man. I really do appreciate that. Jan Farley, welcome aboard. Raziel, hey, welcome aboard. Hey. You're a mod. What you doing, Raziel? How you been doing, man? Jagger, let's see, Paula, welcome aboard. 2EasyB, welcome aboard. Jagger 007, welcome aboard. Let's see here. We got, it skipped me down. Sorry. Coffee Black Coffee. Good to see you here. Welcome aboard. Murphy Appling. Murphy Appling, thank you so much. Mr. Jones, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard, guys. It's so good to see you guys here. And then Pixel Minute Games for the 10. Thank you so much. Unbelievably kind. Thank you, guys. I will be getting videos out earlier and earlier so you guys can enjoy them before the rest of the guys, the non-members, all the rest of subscribers and all are able to enjoy it. Members do get the videos that I post about 30 minutes to 2 hours before they go live. Kind of a cool perk-ish, Once we get to like 500 members, I'm going to start doing members-only videos.
I asked him explicitly. He never, ever once claimed that was true. And I also want to say that as our timeline grows tighter, it's hardly possible that law enforcement officers on the scene told him to secure the footage because Terrell's video, which he sent me, recording himself, has metadata. And Terrell was filming himself until just after 12:26. So Charlie gets hit at 12:23.
Yep.
And Terrell is filming himself until 12:26 and 16 milliseconds. It's around almost precisely 12:28 that he begins taking the camera down. That's like a minute and a half for someone on the law enforcement to tell him, hey, could you secure that footage? And I think we can safely rule out Alan Robertson, because you have to go, okay, well, what law enforcement officers were around who could have done that? If you come right up and say, and Alan said, get the footage, we can safely rule out Alan Robertson for having told him to do that, because Alan would have no idea who Terrell is. He would have had no idea that it was Terrell's cameras, that it was his setup in that short time frame. Remember, Alan Robertson, we determined, was just visiting from Utah State University. He was undercover because he was there to check out the protesters ahead of the event. He was upstairs when Charlie went down. He was not speaking to any TPUSA people before this event. He didn't know who he was from a hole in the wall. And I was told, and I will say allegedly here, that actually Terrell was told to do the exact opposite. He ignored instructions like, hey, you should not disturb the crime scene. But he may have done so anyway out of nerves or pressure.
Sorry, there may be a little hiccup. I'm going to wait for that hiccup to go away. I accidentally clicked the wrong button. Let's see if I get past that hiccup real quick. Let's see. Did I get past it?
Exact opposite.
Oh, God, that's loud. Oh, I won't play that. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to speed myself up and make sure. Oh. Okay. Can you guys see me here? Terribly sorry about that. I accidentally hit the wrong button and it stopped the stream for a brief moment. Okay, I think we're all good here. Sorry.
So there's that. But this narrative of the police told him to do that, Terrell himself never made that claim. So what is out of whack here is that has only come from Tyler Boyer. And I explicitly asked him that. I said, why did you do this?
Cool. Any proof? Also, I'm sure you got proof of him saying, nope. Police never asked me to do it. Actually, it was the exact opposite. They did not want me to do it, so I went and did it anyway. I'm sure that's exactly what he told you, right? Is that really how that went down? I bet she doesn't say anything like that. I guarantee you that everything she just said here more than likely is absolutely made up.
He did not tell me he spoke with police. The only person you will recall, if you go back in my episode, I don't know if that was in October when we started speaking about this, but Terrell only told me that he spoke with Erica. He did not specifically say when he spoke to Erica, so I want to be clear. I'm not suggesting that she was directing him to take the cameras down. I'm just asserting that factually the only person that he mentioned to me that he spoke to was Erica, and he also offered that as his excuse and reason for jumping immediately to grab the footage. My understanding was that it was out of his own volition because he did not want Erica to have to see Charlie die in 4K. And then I pushed back and I said, what are you talking about? The whole world saw him die in 4K. Why would this back footage somehow save her from that? And that's why I thought things were weird, because everybody was saying something different. You had Tyler saying the police said it. You had Terrell saying that he did it out of his own volition to protect Erica. And you had Andrew Colvett saying to the public that this was because he was fearful that people were going to steal hats. It was suspicious.
I mean, you could try to twist the words up all day long. Multiple times, they had probably multiple reasons. Hey, people were stealing stuff. We wanted to make sure that the footage was secure. We wanted to make sure that everything was going, that nothing could have been disturbed. People were already violating the crime scene by jumping over and grabbing hats, right? That's a violation of the crime scene. Making sure that the cameras and stuff were not taken. especially the ones that may have caught the killer, absolutely brilliant move to save that. I don't know why you're so against that. But she's just going to keep crafting this narrative. You've now taken 3 days to show us 30 seconds worth of film that you've cut up over 3 days. Why? Why would you do that?
Vicious. The most crucial
ships. We'll see you later,
question,
man.
however, is whether or not he altered the footage, whether or not he zoomed in on that back footage.
Thank you for being here, buddy. I appreciate you.
What is he showing Philip Goldsberry, by the way?
Goldsberry.
What is there to show Philip Goldsberry approximately 10 minutes after your founder was murdered on your laptop? Was he playing Wordle? Was he showing him his score?
No, it's probably Candy Crush, Candace. What the heck do you think he was doing? He was probably confirming something with him. Maybe he had him sign in with a thumbprint or something. I don't know. He may have been like, hey, what's the password to get into your laptop? Maybe it wasn't Terrell's laptop. Maybe it was his laptop. You have absolutely no idea. You have no idea whatsoever. He could have been like, oh, which file on the SD card? There is a million different things he could have specifically asked him. You have no freaking clue. Maybe he asked you, hey, because you can do this. You can lock out an SD card. Usually it's with a switch on the side here. You know what I mean? Like you could take it and lock it out that way. But you can also physically lock one out to where it can't be accessed or changed within it itself. And so maybe he needed a passkey. Maybe he needed a way around it. I don't know, Candace. There's a 10 million different things he could have been asking for in that very moment, but it was a split second.
These are all fair questions that deserve answers because I truly, when I sit down here and I say, let me play devil's advocate.
She ain't like
and
Vincent
to be clear,
Price.
when you play devil's advocate, you are advocating for the devil, but we will do this.
Wait, Vincent Price was the narrator for Twilight Zone, right? Let me double check.
As a theoretical exercise, what could make sense that he is showing Philip Goldsberry on his laptop?
Oh,
within
Rod
10
Serling.
minutes
Never mind.
after his founder was killed.
I thought it was
He's
Vincent
registered. I knew
Price.
Charlie was dead right away. Okay, so you know that he was just murdered. What's on the laptop? Tell me out. I want to hear your suggestions. Like maybe there's something I'm like, hey, no, Candace. Like there was this one time that happened when I was a part of something and I decided to go on my laptop. Minutes. Make it make sense. I truly can't think of anything. Now on to another point. One of the stranger things that has happened throughout the course of me presenting evidence, I feel like the evidence is positive. I don't know, is it positive, negative evidence? Is people keep accusing me of lying. It's just unbelievable. The people that are lying are accusing me of lying as they grow angrier and angrier.
The hilarious
that they're getting
House of
exposed as
Frightenstein.
absolute shills. And you know, last week we presented, and obviously it went viral, an image of the maroon guy, which was presented at court. The influencers were shown this 4K clear footage, and they failed to mention what I would have mentioned if I saw
the original
it,
House of Wax. That's right.
which is that this guy
House Detective
looks to be wider, a lot wider than Tyler Robinson. Now go on.
Yeah, and there's also a gigantic thing here that you're not addressing, Candace. This big old bent up wrist. You really think that was part of him? Do you really think this, like, it's just laughable?
Fine, and I have that unhinged Canadian lawyer claiming that I used AI, claiming that I'm lying, that I'm essentially committing a type of fraud, right? To try to win what? All I want to win is...
Like, for real, let's just go back. I'm just gonna, like, just
and I go online
disgusting.
and I have
Disgusting.
that unhinged Canadian lawyer claiming that I used AI, claiming that I'm lying, that I'm essentially committing a type of fraud, right? To try to win what? All I want to win is finding out what actually happened on that day. Who killed Charlie Kirk? Were more people involved? And it was nonsense. I mean, influencers came out and said that I was tricked, that somebody who gave me this is lying. And obviously people looked at their eyes and they said, no, the cars are clearly completely squished in the footage that the court showed. It's very obvious that something happened here and it wasn't Candace. Candace looks like she corrected the measure. They're like, oh, well, she used AI to do that. Well, that's not true. And I should, by the way, correct that I got an email informing me that the correct way to describe this, what was done to the footage, is not to say that it was compressed. You should say that the aspect ratio was decreased to make everything look squeezed. It's a more technically correct to say the aspect ratio was decreased rather than saying compressed. Okay, we all know no one's ever accused me of being a tech genius, but the point is it was squished, okay? The footage that you saw in court, that I saw in court, was in effect modified. My government source confirmed that. But people online, like I said, accuse me of AI. So, I don't know. I'm feeling like we should show you the footage now in video form so you can see that I did not do that and they lied as always. Take a look at this. There you go.
Let's see it.
Take a look at this.
Dude, look at his arm. It's all messed up. Look at his face. Look at this. Is someone's face normally like this? What is up with his glasses? Bro, you think you could just look at all of this? His foot here is so much larger than the foot to the left. It is unbelievably huge compared to this foot. This is all distorted. His wrist up here. Look at how long his wrist is here. What? Oh, you guys can't see his glasses. Hold on. Let me show you. Wait. It's on full screen. Did I mess my full screen up? I might have. Oh, I did adjust my full screen. Oopsie poopsie. Hold on. Let me shrink this down. All the way up. All the way there. Aha. There we go. I did a little experiment thing, and I forgot to change it back. Anyway, look at his glasses. Look at his hat. Everything in this image is messed up. His face is completely distorted. His neck, can't figure out where to even neck at. His shoulders are way too wide for his head. This looks like Hassan Piker. He's got his foot here that's just too big. This foot's way smaller. It's distorted. It's distorted because it was stretched. That's the problem. These tires are not even quite uniform either. You know what I mean? Completely flat here on the bottom because it was stretched from a single point. How is this tire so flat at the bottom? You see that? The reason why that tire's flat at the bottom is because there's a tiny little point at the bottom of that tire that's going to be just slightly flattened. But not the whole thing here. So when you stretch that out, you're going to get all these little wavy little spokes. Look at this. These are straight spokes on a normal, this is a Nissan Altima. If I had to guess, 2012 white Nissan Altima, I believe. Yeah. So this is a, maybe it's a little newer because this has a silver grille. Or maybe it's a little older. Hold on. Let me go to 2010. Still a silver grille. It's definitely, or is that a Toyota? Oh, they look so similar. 2008 maybe? That might be a Toyota. White sedan. Let's see. That looks like it looks like a Nissan symbol here. But it could be Toyota. 2012. Oh, this is definitely going to be a Toyota. Yeah. Okay. Let's do 2010. Yep, this is a 2010 Toyota. Okay, I found it. I'll find the exact rims. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this is it right here. Okay, so check it out, guys. This is the Toyota. Let's zoom in a bit. Okay. This has oh, these are splits in the rim. Oh, it's not these rims though. Okay, I know exactly what rims they are. They are off of, man, it is a 2010, maybe it's a 2011. No, not a 2011. Toyota Camry. It's definitely a Toyota Camry. Toyota, I'll just type in Camry. That way it'll be, okay, yep. Yeah, this is the car. This is the car right here. Got it. Okay, I'll pull this up. Okay. Yep, this is it. It's this right here. I believe it has these split rims, though, that are... It's not this one. It's this right here. Yes, these. So these are the exact rims. They have little lines in them. You notice how the lines are all sorts of messed up and finagled and wiggly here? Notice how these are not because it wasn't stretched. This isn't a stretched image. See? Look at that. Oh. Look at that. Bam, bam. Okay. So we got this right here. Has the same little spot here and little spot there, right there, and right there. It's got the same rims on it right here. They have these lines through it that are very, very defined through the stretching. You notice how it would come down here and it'd be just a little flat down here. But if you were to stretch this photo out, which I can't do because it just adjusts the photo. You know what I mean? It gets the ratio perfectly. But you see what I mean? Like, bro, when you stretch out a vehicle like that, it's going to distort. Okay? Very simple, very easy. The mirror here is completely stretched out. Look at how the mirror here is just straight. This is all wobbly underneath because it was stretched. There are so many artifacts I can point out in this. This is totally unacceptable, Candace.
And we will show you this in slow motion so that there is no confusion that we did not edit anything. Here it is in slow-mo.
Okay, slow-mo. Cool. Big wrist bend. Huge wrist bend there. Explain that.
Okay. I'm waiting for everybody now to move on to the next lie.
That you're going to tell us? But no. How about you do that? You go ahead and tell us the next lie. That was too easy to debunk, Candace. You stretched this photo out. You stretched the video out. Bro, it's so unbelievably distorted after you have stretched out a wide-angle camera. What did you really think you were going to get away with that?
You're going to tell... I can't even believe this. It's so crazy to me.
Yeah, I know. And actually, I could tell that you're a little nervous about it by the way you're acting. You know exactly what you did. And you thought you were going to get something pulled over really fast on people who edit video for a living. It's crazy. I guarantee you there's going to be so many videographers that are going to just destroy what you said on this.
They need this to be Tyler Robinson.
Yeah, watch his feet artifact on the
concrete.
concrete.
They're not open
yeah, exactly.
to examining this case, which has so many flaws in it. And it really does seem like they're trying to just pin it on this guy. Now, there are a few things that I want to say because many people assumed, and even myself in some ways, even though I didn't express it, that the court was behind this.
Oh, yeah,
that
I forgot,
court
guys.
somehow edited the footage. But actually, I received an email from someone
put this
who
above
would
my head
know,
for fun.
clarifying that it is highly, 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 highly unlikely that it was the court that did this. They wrote, I am a blank that works in a federal court. Please do not mention my name or identity in any way. But I can tell you categorically that in every federal court that I have worked in, video and photo evidence is never altered in any way, as it would be considered prejudiced to present it to the jury if it has been modified in any way.
Correct. Which is why it was in the courtroom the way it was with the wide-angle lens, and then you modified it.
I just wanted to let you know this. Best of luck with your continued investigation. So after receiving that, I went back through the preliminary hearing and was trying to establish this chain of custody.
Vaughn says her button lip is her tell when she lies. Wicked. I agree. Thank you so much for that $2. I appreciate you. And you guys are just so much fun. It's so much fun. I love you guys. Every one of you.
Actually,
no matter who you are, even if you don't like me.
We were informed of the chain of custody from Agent David Hull, the lead investigator on the case,
you guys are awesome.
who did not receive the SD cards. He told us that on that very first day on September 10th, Sergeant Mark Bricker of the FBI was put in charge of gathering all of the surveillance on campus at UVU. And when he later on addressed, right before they presented the 20-minute sizzle reel, which has the adjusted aspect ratio, he testified that it was the Utah County's Attorney's Office that created it. So when we saw that 20 minutes, that was put together by the Utah County's Attorney's Office. Take a listen to him saying that.
And I asked you this question yesterday, but did you prepare that video compilation?
I did not.
Okay, do you know who did?
the Utah County Attorney's Office.
Okay.
Okay, so for clarity, the prosecution, the side that is representing Erica Kirk.
The prosecution's in on it. That's what she's going to say. She's going to accuse. Go ahead, say it. Say it. I would love you to accuse the prosecution of wrongdoing. See how well it goes when they sue you.
Presented that it potentially it was them.
Come on, Candace, please.
That decreased the aspect ratio. Maybe it was the SBI that remains open. That decreased the aspect ratio.
Okay. Decrease the aspect ratio, huh? Those your final words on it? Every videographer who's following Candace Owens, I guarantee you just hit that unsubscribe button. What an absolute idiot.
No, but somebody did. And the question is, who did it and why did they do it? And the only answer I can come up with is because they wanted people to believe that the person that was walking was skinnier than they were. And the only thing I can come up with as to why they would want that to be the case is because they are hell-bent on presenting an argument that makes people think that Tyler Robinson acted alone and murdered Charlie Kirk on the...
Why didn't they just send Tyler Robinson to walk up the staircase? Candace, why in the world, when Tyler Robinson was there, when they got him in several different other areas, why would they be like, let's get this giant guy to walk through with his giant freaking broken arm and his one gigantic foot to his tiny foot? Why in the world would they do that? Why wouldn't they just go and be like, hey, this guy's too big, let's get another skinny guy? Why wouldn't they just get Tyler Robinson? Do you know how many options that the government has at their disposal? They could have had an army, an entire military of people that are only Tyler Robinson's exact height and weight. But they didn't do that? Are you insane? What a stupid thing to say, Candace.
Rooftop. That has been the narrative from beginning to end. They will not pivot from it. They will not consider new facts. They will not address any of the evidence I am bringing up. They will just routinely dismiss it and say that all I have are vibes and dreams, and Candace never has any real evidence. The talking points are just growing increasingly absurd because I can't imagine how much more evidence we could present. I could imagine it because we're going to do it. But I wanted to show you that just to shut down another lie and to tell you that you were completely justified in still believing in your own eyes and ignoring the final instruction from these people who want to tell you what you are seeing when it is not, in fact, what you are seeing. Did Tyler Robinson do this? Prove it. That's on you.
Yeah, that's why he's got a trial coming up. That's the whole point, Candace. Believe you me, they are going to try and prove that he did it, Candace. What do you mean, prove it? What do you think they're doing? Why do you think there's a trial? I am genuinely blown away by her stupidity.
It's on you to convince us and to not use tricks like modifying or altering footage. Potentially, Terrell, we'd love to know what happened here. If he did do that, if he did zoom in, the question becomes, why did he do that? And I will say this, I tend to agree that it is because, as Nissi demonstrated on YouTube, again, this is my opinion, it showed what happened below. I think that if there was an impetus to zoom in on that footage, it would be because you did not want it to show the traditional shot of what was happening at Charlie's feet. Anyway, that's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. We'll be right back to address Andrew Colvat, who is just off the chains right now. And
yeah, okay. I got a super chat here from Goose's Games. Okay, cool. Goose's Games here. So for $10 says, can you do a side-by-side comparison of Candace's video doctrine and the original video? I believe I could. I don't see why not. Patsies do not live long if Tyler... Oh, Mama Owl Bear for the member chat here says, Patsies do not live long. If Tyler Robinson was a patsy, he would be dead. The only thing the defense is fighting is the death penalty, period. Absolutely. Absolutely, I agree, and I think she's going to find out the hard way here soon. She's going to twist it, though, whenever he takes a plea deal. I guarantee it, she will. Let me see if I can find the Tyler Robinson footage. Tyler Robinson... garage footage. Maybe. Compilation video shows Tyler. Okay.
That's the vehicle that is believed to belong to Mr. Robinson.
Hold on. We're going to mute this. Okay. Is it? Nope. Did I skip over it? Here's this. Okay, so he'll probably start walking. Oh, okay. Yeah, don't. Cool. Okay. So it showed him pull into the garage. Why did it cut him from, like, coming out of the car, though? Oh, here we go.
Go ahead and put it on all screens.
Yep. Oh, no, those are people walking. There we go. So. Boop. Boop. Ta-da. Aren't I magic? Anyway, I'll put myself right here in the middle. Let's do a little side-by-side then.
And there's so many lies told. Like I said, even
see.
Andrew Wilson had to put an end to one of the smears that he was trying to spin on the Beavis and Butthead show this morning. We'll be right back after a break.
Okay.
All right, you guys.
There we go. So we're at a break. We'll go back to the garage footage. Okay, that's taking too long. There we go. Wow, that was really a lot further back than I thought. Okay, here we go. So, I have this. As soon as he gets up to the black vehicle, I will play. Right there. Oh, and then she stopped.
There you go.
Right. But yeah, pretty much that, you know? And that's the thing. They're like, oh, the aspect ratio. Oh, no, except the fact that always remember this. No matter what footage Candace Owens shows you, have you noticed that the footage is completely cropped? And while she sits there and says that they... Imagine this. While she sits there and says that they doctored the footage, this video here is cropped. Can you see the ceiling? The answer is no. You can't see the ceiling. You can't see any of the other cars that are back here. Here's the ceiling. Oh, it's big and like this. Like, okay. Hey, Candace Owens. If your video is not edited, why can't we see the roof or the ceiling? Oh, because you could not straight out the bin. So you cut it, so you cropped it out. There we go. Absolute facts. Candace Owens is like, they edited it. Well, when it's edited, why is it zoomed in? Or when it's not edited, quote unquote, why is it zoomed in? Why is it cropped? That's what you would call an edit. This is a wide field of view. No matter what, when Candace Owens goes and fixes the aspect ratio, did you notice that all of a sudden the whole image can't fit on screen anymore? Wonder why that is. Wonder which one's native. Well, typically the one that has the most amount of detail and the most amount in the entire screen is typically the thing that's not edited. Just wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You're not going to get this one over on me. I work with audio a lot. I work with video, not nearly as much, even though I do mostly video. I don't work with it as much and edit it, but I do it just enough to know that there's no way you could have straightened out this curve up here. It's curved because of the wide-angle lens. That's how it works. But you thought you'd pull a fast one on us. Good try, Candace. You suck. Oh, let's get past her garbage ads. We don't want to watch that crap.
First month subscription. All right, you guys, today on the Beavis and Butthead show, so fitting for Andrew Colvett and Blake Neff. They were joined by Andrew Wilson. That is not their horse. I know what you're thinking.
I'm happy you found it too, Millie Grace. Thank you for being here.
It really seems like Turning Point USA has something to do with this guy. Nope, they made it very clear they don't. He just went in there and came out and suddenly really wanted to go hard at Candace Owens. Anyway, it starts obviously the conversation with just an exceptional coping session. What I love about Andrew Colvett, just saying something nice about him, is he is completely unaware of himself in a way that is, I don't know, you have to envy it. He's so unaware of himself. He thinks that he can just say words, and he's also a very bad liar. He's going to...
That's a nice thing to say about him? What? I don't want to, I'll say something good about Andrew Colvett. He sucks. Wow. Profound, Candace.
To establish all of that in this conversation. He can't remember things that he said last week. Obviously, he doesn't have a timeline. He should have a timeline because then he wouldn't make these sorts of mistakes. But let's just start with Andrew's cope of him basically trying to suggest that I won the argument, but not really, because it's going to age in the future and then I'm going to lose the argument maybe. This is what he had to say.
I predicted that this debate, that you were going to win it because the truth is on your side, right? And as somebody who's lived this firsthand, I know all the garbage when they continually drone on about this stuff and how many lies are continually laced in and just repeated ad nauseum so that the internet begins to believe them. So I knew that, but I knew also that she has a bigger following, bigger followers on YouTube, whatever. So I knew that immediately there was going to be this rush to say who won, who won. But I predicted this. I said, this will age really well, because what I was watching is that she conceded the whole debate very early on, multiple times at every different point and juncture. She kept conceding the point, walking things back. And that as the commentariat kind of comes in that has, an IQ above room temperature and pointed that out for people, that it was going to then be this kind of finishing effect.
Don't explain room temperature to Candace Owens. She doesn't even understand what freezing temperature is. She thought it's 32 degrees outside and the ice isn't melting. Yeah, that's correct, Candace.
After
Good
the
job.
debate. Is that what
I didn't know lightning made thunder.
Andrew, it is not wine. Okay, debates don't age. You don't keep them in a cellar at a consistent temperature and tell people to open it up in a few years and it'll sound better. He just lost.
I beg to differ, Candace.
And that's okay, by the way. That is actually totally fine. That happens sometimes. It could happen to me in the future. And what's really funny about hearing this sort of a cope is that, as you guys know, Charlie trained me in debating. And one of the things that he always said was, if you lose a debate, own it. Own it. The internet will forget if you have a bad moment. They will not forget if you try to gaslight them and pretend it didn't happen. And so you're supposed to just come right out and be like, look, wasn't my best day.
She's so delusional, she actually thinks she won that debate, guys. Like, there's only one clip she can point to. And that was just Andrew apparently didn't know all the charges when he actually did. He said murder, but apparently that wasn't good enough. It's pretty wild how hard she's coping on this debate. And I can't believe it's Thursday and she's still talking about the debate.
Definitely realized that I could have delivered this better or that better. And I actually
didn't deliver anything.
Who did this. And
you didn't deliver a single thing, not a single shred of evidence.
About it was when Ben Shapiro did BBC and he got completely crushed in a debate, kind of got bratty and said, I'm famous or something. And
Candace Owens defending the BBC and the left again. Wow.
Wanted to end the conversation. He did end the conversation, so he sort of stormed off and it went completely viral. And
I don't remember this.
He went onto his platform and he said, yep, I own that. I was not prepared. Here's what I did wrong. And that is so much more preferable to audiences because they're not being gaslit. It's like, obviously he was terrible. Just own it. And people will forgive and forget, but obviously they are not carrying on the torch for Charlie whatsoever. Anyway, I want you to hear how
2019.
Andrew Wilson responded.
Oh,
yeah, I guess he
100%.
did.
So,
I guess he did, yeah. He
essentially
apologized to
what
Andrew Neil
happened
after
here
it,
was
too.
really interesting.
Oh, okay.
The Baron Colemans of the world
That's
and
fine.
the sort of
I don't even
lawsuit
remember
picked all
it.
of this up and just
I don't know. I didn't really watch anything. Yeah, I didn't watch Daily Wire as much or Ben Shapiro and stuff like that. I was more into Steven Crowder and The Quartering and Sargon of Akkad and all those guys, Count Dankula. That's really what my bread and butter was, especially was at that point in time.
just start
Yes,
tearing
he
her
is having
position
Andrew
to
Wilson on
pieces
today.
immediately. And the commentators in the debate sphere are just making a mockery of her. They think that
I like
she's
that
a
for some
lunatic,
reason.
has no idea what she's talking about. And then on the flip side to that, too, you even have Main Street coverage. And even on the Main Street coverage, it's the same thing. They're like, well, where's any of the evidence for any of these supposed claims? And we never got to any. So not only will it age well, but what I thought that it would do more than anything else, to be as candid as possible, I thought that it would up the pressure of people questioning the questioners. And I've seen a lot of that now moving on social media of people saying, hey, wait a second, where is the actual evidence? I got hundreds of DMs, for instance, from people who didn't know that the steakhouse receipt was a complete phony fraud, that the whole thing is a fraud.
Well, can
They
I
had
just
no
say
idea
something?
that that was the case.
Can I just say something? So we
Sure.
have Andrea Burkhart. She's going to join us on the show tomorrow. She is apolitical as it comes. Like, she is not like on a side at all. And I asked her, I said, if they had exculpatory evidence, whether it's the parents that actually, think he's innocent, or they have some steakhouse receipt, would they not present that at the preliminary hearing? And she was like, absolutely they would.
No duh.
No lawyer, if they have exculpatory evidence that proves the timeline's wrong, that proves the parents don't actually think it, would not use that evidence, because those lawyers are then basically binding their client over for 3 years in prison for something that he didn't actually do.
Well, it's not even just that. Imagine if the prosecution left that out and the defense was like, aha, here's the receipt. Now the whole timeline's messed up during the trial. They'd probably be like, oh yeah, that's a huge discrepancy. They'd probably let him off right then and there. The jury would probably be 100% in Tyler Robinson's favor. Imagine if they didn't do that and the defense managed to pull a receipt out like that. Oh, wow, would that ever throw a spoke in everything? That would be a crazy situation. So yeah, of course they're going to present that in the preliminary hearing. They want this timeline to be airtight. And even if the receipt was real, the defense or the prosecution would still put it in there to make the workaround, to have the timeline lined up perfectly so there's no outs for Tyler Robinson. Both sides would be very interested in putting that receipt out there. It goes in both sides' favor. So it doesn't make sense for them to leave the receipt out. There is no receipt. The owner said there is no receipt. He said that. He posted it to Facebook. Actually, what was the restaurant again? What was the cowboy restaurant Tyler Robinson ate at? Oops, I put it instead of at. Oh wait, I don't even have to pull up Facebook. Cool. I bet New York Post will just have the post. Where's the face? Oh, they don't have it. Okay, never mind. I'll just read what the restaurant was called. Let's see. Owner. Let's see. Utah business owner says Tyler Robinson ate at his restaurant hours after allegedly assassinating conservative Kirk. Owner of the mom and pop steakhouse Panguitch. Okay. There we go. Panguitch. Oh no, the steakhouse in Panguitch. What was it called? That's not it. What is it called? Why do you not have the name of the restaurant? The owner said his staff immediately recognized it. Oh, this is an old part of the article, too. January 17th. Let's see. What was the name of the restaurant? Why? Is it just Cowboy Steakhouse, actually? Cowboy Smokehouse. Okay. I'm going to go to Facebook here. we're going to go to Cowboy Smokehouse here. And then we are going to go to his post about Tyler Robinson. I'll scroll down. Let's see. I will find it, I promise. Hold on here. Thank you. When do they say? I'll play this till
absolutely would have presented that evidence at preliminary hearing, okay?
I still do not understand why they keep trying to imagine.
Okay. Here it is. Cowboy Smokehouse Steakhouse. Official statement. Based on the information currently available to us, this is July 18th. We have no evidence establishing whether Tyler Robinson was at our restaurant around September 10th, 2025. We have responded truthfully to those who have questioned us based on the information available to us at that time. We have fully cooperated and continue to cooperate with the authorities conducting this investigation. Because this is an active matter, we cannot and will not comment further. There we go. Very simple. Was that hard, Candace Owens? Did you understand that? Did you need it repeated? Because you're full of crap.
That this Panguitch Steakhouse Cowboy Steakhouse thing is fake and is a fraud. It's just not. I don't know how many times I can say this. I guess I'm going to basically say to them what I said to Andrew face to face is, you can keep saying this. You're going to eventually embarrass yourself. As I said, they got in touch with the FBI. The FBI is aware of this. The FBI took a statement from the owner. I spoke to who is doing the fraud, I guess, is the question. Who's doing the fraud? Is the fraud in the room with us right now, guys? Like, I know that this completely blows up everything. And that's why you guys are trying to convince the public that this didn't happen. But I spoke to the owner. The server has given an interview. There is a receipt. If you're trying to wonder why they didn't present this exculpatory evidence, maybe you should try paying attention to the hearings, because back during the one in April, they kept saying that they did not get granted discovery, that they had so many things that they needed to go through, and that they wanted to take that time to, the reason why they were asking for an extension on that preliminary hearing was because they had so many things to go through and they were not receiving their discovery requests, which could have potentially included exculpatory evidence. This was found, this Panguitch thing was actually found by podcasters. Podcasters who were investigating stumbled upon this. And like I said, the FBI was contacted. There is a report made. It happened. I'm so sorry, you guys, but it happened. Now, is it possible if they weren't being absurd, they would just say, okay, yeah, I hear you. But Candace, is it possible that the server just misidentified him? And then I'd say, yeah. Of course, there's always a possibility that people truly believe that they see someone a la Mitch Snow. When we did the Fort Huachuca thing, we can verify
that he didn't see her. Yeah, I agree. How's Project Constitution and Elizabeth Lane, and how's all your buddies doing with Mitch Snow right now, Candace? You want to talk about that for a little bit? Do you want to go over that real quick? Do you want to go over that real quick? Let's see. Elizabeth Lane, Mitch Snow, how you guys doing? How you guys doing over this? Mitch Snow is either a mental patient or he was always a plant, and real Alex Jones was right about him all along. I don't know which one it is, and I don't care. I exposed the trolls the same week the Insider exposed their group chats, and Nate went off on them. Terrible week they're having. LOL. Yeah, it turned out to be a great week, actually. Yeah. Instead of Mitch Snow, who supposedly is on our side, being happy that the propaganda machine is falling apart, he chose to come after Nate and calling us a Zelensky op, of all things. Then his friends clipped Nate's clips and pushed it out to trash him. While real people... Oh, I fell right out of that Trump accent. That sucked. Oh, well. Anyway, I love the infighting. You still going to defend Mitch Snow, really? Okay.
That this person was at the restaurant. We can verify that they called the FBI. We can verify that the owner pulled the receipt. We can verify what the person ate, that there is a receipt, and that it was paid for on a debit card. Asking me to go to the Visa merchant is absurd and insane.
Why?
But
why?
It happened. I don't know what else to say to you.
You couldn't be bothered to call?
Like, okay, we're just going to keep following that. But
okay,
that receipt is going to become critical, and it could, in fact, prove to be exculpatory. So stay tuned. The next bit of what takes place on this show is a whole fake bit of transparency where essentially Andrew Colvett pretends that he's going to allow Andrew Wilson to ask them anything. Like, we're going to do what Candace wouldn't do. You can just ask us anything. Okay, so we're hoping that he's going to start asking him relevant things about the case, the many holes, the way that they're behaving, some of the evidence.
Hey, Legendary CEO for the 30% to YouTube, huh? Hey, maybe one of these days I'll have like a, I don't know, maybe I'll try to figure something out around that. I don't know. I forgot kind of about that. You have a point. But Legendary CEO, thank you so much for that, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, you may have a point there. I don't know. But then again, you know, as long as YouTube's nice to me, I don't necessarily mind. But if YouTube starts to go on the demonetization route, for sure, we'll be subverting that, and I'll open up like PayPal or Cash App or something to where people could, or maybe StreamYards used to do a thing like that or something, right? We'll figure it out, man. I genuinely appreciate that, though, so much. You have no idea. Thank you, man.
Evidence that I've presented on the show, some of the videos that I have presented, asking him about potentially other players. No, all this means is please give me an opportunity to trash Candace. And he does this amazing thing. Andrew Colvett, right out the gate, tries to smear me as a Hitler lover. And it's so offensively dishonest that it's even too much for Andrew Wilson. He actually fact checks. First, you got Blake, you're going to see him laugh. She loves Hitler. And then just watch Blake's face transform as he realizes that Andrew Wilson's not going to let them get away with that. And
really
he's like,
funny.
I feel like you're kind of taking that way out of context. Take a listen. It's brilliant.
Then she had that event where she basically said Hitler was great.
Legendary CEO, thank you so much for that, 10. For the goal? Absolutely. We're counting it anyway. We're going to count it towards the goal. I don't care what the goal says. Man, thank you. Genuinely, thank you.
If you just would have stayed, you know, in Germany. Stayed in Germany, which, you know, there's a lot of problems.
Now, to be fair and charitable here, right? Just to be as unbiased as possible. I did go back and review that clip, as that seemed like it was the turning point for Turning Point, was that actual clip.
Sure.
It seemed to me that she wasn't actually trying to make any sort of like apologetics for Hitler, but rather she was trying to make a comparison to nationalism and saying that as a nationalist, she thought he did a good job. And then, you know.
Specifically, she very specifically stated that if he were just doing what he did in Germany only, that wouldn't have been an issue. But he wanted to go to Poland and take over the rest of Europe. The problem that everyone had with it was, well, killing the Jews only in Germany still isn't good. You see what we're saying now? Did Candace Owens actually mean to say specifically that? No, I don't think she did either. I think Andrew Colvett is correct, but she did say that. And that's why people got mad at her. Because she was like, if he was doing what he was doing only in Germany, it wouldn't have been a problem. And it's like, now hold on a second. I don't think if he was just slaughtering the Jews only in Germany, that would have been a good thing. Now, keep in mind, people took that way because he had, well, concentration camps weren't just in Germany. Auschwitz was in Poland. You know? I think Dachau was the only one in Germany. How many concentration camps were not in Germany? I think it was just one that was in Germany, right? Outside of Germany, because the wider camp network included over 44,000 incineration sites. I didn't know they had that many. Talking about the main ones. Wow, I didn't know that they had smaller ones, to be honest. I thought there was just like the 6 big ones. Let's see. Where's the 6 big ones at, though? Mauthausen was in Austria. Auschwitz was in Poland. Gross-Rosen was in Poland. I didn't know they had 2 in Poland. Okay. Natzweiler was in France. Wait. We're missing one. Because Dachau is not in here. Herzogenbosch was in the Netherlands. And then there's 3 in Poland. Plaszow. Okay. I didn't know there was 3 of them there. Okay. How many were in Germany. Let's see. We'll just say okay, so Dachau is in Germany. Oh, there was a lot in Germany. Okay. Sachsenhausen was in Berlin. Buchenwald was in central Germany. Wow, there's a lot, actually. Flossenburg was technically in the Czech Republic, but technically also on the border of Germany, so I don't know if you'd want to count that one or not. I don't know how to pronounce this one. Nunengame? Nunengame? I don't know. Was in Hamburg. Ravensbrück was only a camp for women. Why did they segregate the women? What was even the point? Oh, it was just a main camp for women. Okay, so maybe they always had them segregated. Never mind then. Bergen-Belsen was in northern Germany, and then Dora Mittelbau. Oh, wow, there's a lot of them I don't know about. I didn't know this. Oh, wait, but this one was built for V2 rocket. Oh, they were making them build their rockets. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought it was just a rocket manufacturer. I was like, that's not a concentration camp. But never mind, I was wrong. John and Rubline for the $2. Candace did it. Can you prove me wrong? LOL. Exactly. Why not? Why can't we just say, oh yeah, she did it, you know? Oh, can we all just be like, what was it? What do I think about Candace Owens? She did it. Then just start laughing. That would be appropriate, right? Nuremberg. Yeah. Nuremberg had them too. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, there's so many different places that were outside of Germany that did that. So only keeping them inside of Germany might not have been the best plan there, Candace. That's specifically what she said. Now, I understand. I totally understand that she didn't mean it that way. That she meant if he was just a nationalist and not trying to expand and conquer other places, that obviously that's what really made him bad. But she kind of forgot about the whole Holocaust part. And so people can either be in the camp of, not making a pun about camps, but anyway, some people are in the camp of, well, doing it only in Germany was not good. And some people are in the camp of understanding that, oh, she probably didn't mean that. The problem is she never clarified. So which one are you going to choose? Your guess is as good as mine. So I don't blame people for being upset.
You know, she basically just kind of misspoke and buried herself with that particular lead. But obviously, it became a massive PR nightmare.
What do you mean,
for
poor
Turning
Blake?
Point, right? That's how that ended up playing out.
Well, I think it's one of those statements where you can defend it and then, you know, in isolation, and then events afterwards, I think, lend greater clarity to it.
Yeah, it was part of a whole.
Like the defense you could make is, oh, she just meant, oh, he wanted Germany's economy to grow. He wanted to undo Versailles. She didn't mean the weird, kill all the Jews. Except then, 2023, 2024, she actually becomes.
But that's the part she never clarified
all the time.
Yeah, I would say it was part of a whole, though. To your point, yeah, you could, if that was a one-off, you probably could have defended it. But then we had a bunch of chapters that were really up in arms about it, and then you had this.
So Candace, I got a question: is Andrew still their guinea pig? Is he the slob that TPUSA sent? Just crazy, right?
I think it was a Christchurch shooter in
don't work.
New Zealand that said she was this guy was inspired by Candace. It was like a whole bunch of stuff.
Just absolutely mortifying that Andrew Wilson actually watched the clip. We weren't talking about Jews at all, and we were talking about the topic of nationalism. And I was asked a question specifically, like, Candace, when you say that you're a nationalist, some people might attribute that to Adolf Hitler. And I said, well, it's not attributable to Adolf Hitler, because Adolf Hitler, if he had just wanted to stay in Germany and make Germany great, we wouldn't have an issue with that. No one would have an issue in that.
And that's what you clarified. That's what you said. But again, part of making Germany great again was sticking a bunch of people in an oven. And I don't think doing that just in Germany would have been okay. And that's the part you never clarified. So you cannot be upset that people thought that that's what you meant. Tough. You should have spoke a little bit more clear, but you didn't. And so now how are we supposed to know what you meant by it? Look, being charitable, I could understand. But the fact of the matter is you've had your hands out for so long, and you've taken so many hands out from so many people. I don't really feel like being charitable to you, Candace. I genuinely don't. I'm kind of sick and tired of giving you the benefit of the doubt every freaking time, Candace. It really sucks because guess what? We get burned when we give you the benefit of the doubt. I think I've had enough of it. Not going to lie. I think you knew exactly what you said. And I think you knew you should have said, aside from the Holocaust, which you didn't say. And that's on you. And you have never once tried to walk that back. Still to this day, you have never came out and said, well, I didn't mean the Holocaust. Had years to say it. Just going to have to guess that that's exactly what you meant, Candace. Sorry. I'm not feeling charitable today. Robert Stubblefield for the $10 says, Andrew should have used the Army of Darkness line about metal alloys and things her primitive mind couldn't comprehend. Yeah, I love the show already. Hail to the king, baby. Absolutely. If any one of you primitive primates so much as comes near me. Wait, how was the line again? Okay, we'll just skip that. Shop smart. Shop S-smart. You got that? I love that movie so much.
But he didn't just want to do that. He had ambitions outside of Germany. That's what I said.
Then he's
and they took
and
that
he turns around
and
gets that dead.
Blake, it is just
him
little
down
sneering.
the well like 300
We're
years
going
before 300
to
came
try
out.
to lie, to try to make it seem as though I
thank you
support
so
Adolf
much
Hitler.
for that.
That is why Turning Point USA is trash. They are trash for that. There was no confusion. It was just an attempt to smear me. And it was a bridge too far for Andrew
Gary is
Wilson,
gonna
who
start
said,
soon.
okay,
Let's
but like
speed
I
this up.
watched that clip and that's not what was happening. Then they obviously move on. And by the way, he says, oh, well, then later on, she gets obsessed with Jews. First off, he's talking about a gap
She's done
of
now.
2018 when I was speaking about nationalism on stage with Charlie, by the way. They're leaving that part out as well. I was with Charlie and journalists were in the room and nobody had a problem with it at all.
Well, he did have a problem with it. You got kicked out after that, but okay.
And then
leave that
BuzzFeed
part
pulls
out.
the clip months later. And then he fast forwards and says, oh, but, in 2024, later on, there was an issue where Candace said, genocide is always wrong. And that's when things are she's obsessed with not killing children in Israel. That's what he really means. So then they move on and they try to reassert this idea that Charlie and I were not friends. And this is always my favorite one because Andrew is so accidentally stupid that he doesn't realize that he debunks himself in just like one sweeping statement. He's going to try to make fun and then he's going to debunk it. So listen to what Blake says and what Andrew says, and I'm going to then allow you to listen to what Charlie said. Take a listen.
And so I'd like to start by going all the way back, and maybe you can tell us actually what the relationship was between Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk. What actually was it?
Yeah, I'd like to go first there, even though you have far more to say, Andrew, because I can just speak from my perspective as someone who arrived late 22, moved out here in 23, that I have never met Candace Owens and don't know her.
Thank you.
Maybe I saw her in person once at a distance.
Probably
Maybe
not.
I shook her hand. I've never had a conversation with her to my knowledge. And I think that speaks to something because I was with Charlie for close to 3 years. And I feel like I met most of the people Charlie was super close with. I met donors. I met his family members. I met his team. I met a lot. And I don't know Candace. So I like to use that as a
Donors
preface,
is
but you
funny,
have
I guess.
more that you can say about that.
What a funny
Blake, you have
word.
that great video that everybody plays of you reacting
Hey,
to
thank you, Elite
Candace,
Gaming. I appreciate you
Oh yeah,
being
where
here,
I'm kind of like raising my eyebrow.
Yeah, it's fair to say Blake was early on the being suspicious train. Yeah, if you go back far enough, that's why, I put out that tweet basically saying, Candace, your central foundational lie is that you and Charlie were friends. You were not friends, right? Show me something from recent.
Candace calling you stupid
the
is
end of
like
Charlie's
Jeffrey
life, the last 12 months or
Dahmer
whatever.
calling you a
I think
murderer.
she and then I
That's
said
funny.
18 months, 24 months. I think she showed something at 22 months, and so I got community noted, right? Okay, whatever. What I can tell you is that I think Charlie and Candace were friends back in 2018.
Candace Owens has yet to show us a tweet or yet to show us a text message that is younger than 24 months. For sure. She has failed to do so. She has never shown a tweet before 2023.
Part of 2019.
Or was it
that did not end
2024?
well,
Either 2023 or
at all,
2024.
actually.
So weird because if it didn't end well at all, it's the question because why were Charlie and Erica at my wedding at the end of 2019? And what's funny is he mentioned
why weren't you at his wedding or funeral?
This clip of Blake at the beginning of it. But that clip that he's referring to is Charlie discussing our friendship in November of 2023. So he's trying to say we haven't been friends since 2018, but he references this clip of Charlie
Can't be
and Blake
2024,
looking unhappy about it
2025,
because
can it?
Blake didn't know Charlie. Blake didn't know who Charlie's friends were. As he admits, he's like, I didn't meet Candace because I got married and had children and lived on the other side of the country. That's just how it works. My best friends I see about once or twice a year because we've moved, friends that live in Florida, people that live in Connecticut. That's just the way life works when you get married and start having kids. The donors are not his friends, Blake. I know you guys love money, but when he says, I've met his friends, I know the donors, you're just a work colleague. So you see him every day at work. You don't know Charlie. You guys are not his friends. And this clip is what he is referring to as he then moves on and says that we weren't friends since 2018. He keeps going backwards. It's like he keeps going a year back. Listen to Charlie in his own words in November of 2023.
I mean, Candace she's on our team. She's the best, right? I mean, we're on Team Candace, and I'm also, I'm on Team Freedom Center too. But I got a text message from some lunatic. Charlie, why do you have her still speaking at AmFest? I said, lose my number. Wow. I said, you obviously haven't been through the Tyler members, the Charlie Candace thing. I mean,
I find it to be hilarious though that yet again though this still wasn't even 2024.
You were married. They thought you were married. Remember, Charlie? They were like, "Are they married?" Remember?
Oh, it was like. By the way, it was this very unsubstantiated internet rumor.
Yeah, that's not true, but
it's not true. Okay,
I'm remembering some choice memes that I definitely don't have saved on my backup hard drives.
I disagree with Jack. Can I take a moment to thought crime Jack right now? I disagree with Jack. She's not higher than him on the graphic because her name's shorter. She's higher than him on the graphic because he's a white male.
Wow. Racism at Turning
we
Point
have
confirmed.
to.
You know what? Maybe Tyler is all right.
Blake did that. Blake was the one.
Tyler is all right after all.
So they want you to think that Charlie just is lying there. He's reminiscing and he's lying, and that actually...
He was reminiscing. He hadn't reminisced in a little while, but he was reminiscing. Legendary CEO for $10 again. Thank you so much. Very nice of you, man. Yeah, no text after 20... wait, what? Sorry, you said no text after 2023. I missed that. Or did you mean no text after 20? Yeah, I haven't seen a single text from Candace Owens after 2023. She has never shown us a single text message that dates to 2024 or 2025 of her texting Charlie. I find it to be weird. I find it to be weird that she hasn't. It's always 2023 and before. 9 times out of 10, if you see a text message of Candace Owens and Charlie, it's from the year of 2018. 99.999% of all the text messages she shows. 2018. She has shown very few messages from 2023. She's never shown messages from 2024 forward. I don't believe it was 2024. But I'm pretty confident I have not seen a single text message from 2024 or 2025 from Candace Owens to Charlie.
Actually, we're Team Candace. Lose my number, he says, to someone who wasn't his friend. I mean, it's just such an absurdity that they have to do this. And I have presented evidence every year from 2018. They keep sticking to the 2018 timeline because after Charlie passed, I showed people text messages of Charlie predicting his own death in 2018 because that is relevant that in 2018, Charlie foresaw that he was going to die young and that I was going to carry on the torch.
Oh, and it comes out again. She believes that because Charlie Kirk apparently at some point said, if I die, you'll have to take on or carry on the torch. She has held on to that. I don't even believe he necessarily said that to her, but she thinks that was enough for her to take over TPUSA. She really does think TPUSA belongs to her. What an absolute eye-opening day this has been today. She genuinely thinks TPUSA is hers. That is terrifying.
Saying, be my David, I don't think I'm going to live this thing through. When I signed on a dotted line with Turning Point USA, from the moment that I signed on a line with Turning Point USA, he started having visions of his own death. That is the reason that they started this ridiculous narrative that I didn't speak to Charlie since 2018. It's such a nonsense, and it's so...
No, I'll say 2023. I'll give you charity there.
Easily debunked. We've debunked it so many times on this show, and yet they still
December of 2024 they had a big falling out.
Nothing left. They cannot respond to anything, and they are trying to rewrite Charlie's history. Charlie and I were very close. We were like brother and sister, and yes, we spent so much time together when we were obviously both single. And once you become a parent and get married, your relationship has to change. Your priority. And
no problem at all, guys. I'll try to get you all over to Paramount Tactical,
which I did.
Right,
he's married, and he has respect for my husband. George became close to Charlie. The whole year of our engagement, we traveled around with Charlie, and we have so many memories. He has so many messages with Charlie. And so I don't know, it just makes me laugh that they think that they could do this. It's just not going to be possible. We just spent such great time together. And whenever we think about it, you see it on me as well. I just reflect on it with just so much happiness. And I'm happy that I've gotten back to that where that anger that I felt and the grief that I felt is now moving into acceptance, like I keep telling you, where I'm able to just revisit everything and just be so grateful for the time that I had with Charlie and how staunchly we always defended each other whenever we were going through anything. And then, of course, in the very next breath, which I'm not going to show you, he then says, oh, he totally had her back when she got fired from the Daily Wire. Yeah, Andrew, that's now your timeline is pushed up to 2024. I was fired in March of 2024. So how long are you trying to say that we weren't friends for?
What did she just say? Wait, what? Well, hold on.
He totally had her back when she got fired from the Daily Wire. Yeah, Andrew, that's now your timeline is pushed up to 2024. I was fired in March of 2024.
Daily Wire,
so how
mind.
long are you trying to say that we weren't friends for? It's just such a nonsense. Truly, let it go, Blake. Nobody knows who you are. Neither did Charlie. Okay, you started working for him in 2023. You're not laughing because you don't know anything. Tyler's laughing because he does. And it is, like I said, it was like a coming.
Oh, I have to agree with you, sure as Pat. This is just fact right here, in my opinion. For the $10 says, Charlie Kirk says things to try and placate Candace. That's all. I have a sibling, just Candace, and it's tough dealing with her. Funny enough, she loves Candace. Yeah, that's funny. I'm sorry. Oh, well, hey, show your sibling my channel. We'll fix her up, okay? Unlike, Candace Owens will actually be nice, to the people who disagree with us.
Coming of age together and a real relationship was forged, and you just don't
Thank
have the
you
power
so
to
much
wipe
for
that
that,
away.
Tim,
I'm
man.
sorry,
I
Andrew.
appreciate
You
it.
can't even put your timeline together. Get a timeline. My timeline is so good. Anyway,
is it?
this part
Show
was
us one
the
text
most
message
incredible
from
to me. Of like
2025.
when,
Just
he
one.
asks him, doesn't say positive evidence, but he asks him for an example
But you can't.
of
I got a
why
point or two.
why I left Turning Point USA, and he says I was difficult to work with. And here's what Andrew Colvett explains happened one time.
Can't quite.
Could you give more details there? Even I would like to hear that. Like, what
wait, I got
caused
an
her
idea.
to depart, if we can say?
Well, I mean, there's two things really, and part of it is you got to give credit where it's due. She was a rising star. She was growing really fast. Charlie famously sort of offered her a job. What did you? Sorry if I missed something that you said, Andrew. Oh, okay.
Oh, you're
Just
good.
a liar.
Yeah, so she was, Charlie offered her a job, basically right on meeting her, kind of saw that she was somebody that could help Turning Point, help the movement, in his opinion. And then they she explodes onto the scene. Kanye had that tweet where it's like, I like the way Candace Owens thinks. And it was kind of like a rocket ship, right? And then they had, but she
A 6-month planned rocket ship.
became more and more difficult to work with, more and more issues with the team. And then she had that moment
when you say difficult to work with, what do you mean?
I think, she was very aware of her rising star power. And so she started exerting more demands on timing, on where she could be deployed, what schools. And
So she was becoming like a prima donna?
You could use that
That's
word.
what I've heard. I've definitely heard complaints from people who have worked with her.
Yeah, and that continued on after when we started working with her later on. Just,
That's
I think
obvious.
She canceled an event.
That was
with us, and
obvious
our
when
event
she
team still
ran
tells the story,
Blexit into
like
the
day
ground.
before, and we had to scramble.
Look at
to
all the expenses she had.
get it replaced because she ended up in like France with Kanye or something the next day.
Crazy.
I just want to address that because, again, he's such a slime ball. That is the only time that I canceled an event with Turning Point USA. So he's telling the truth. By the way, that's 2022, late 2022. I thought me and Charlie were not supposed to be friends. Everyone remembers the moment that I went to France and I wore the White Lives Matter t-shirt. Obviously, it was not a planned trip whatsoever. I had no idea that Kanye was going to call me and he was going to invite me. And because of our friendship, Charlie knew how much Kanye meant to me.
What he said the last 24 months, that wasn't 2022, Candace. That was 4 years ago.
And this moment, the fact that we had built Turning Point USA, this
That's
machine.
48 months.
I had just also released a documentary on Black Lives Matter. I had stumped so many college campuses for Turning Point USA, raising money with this vision of waking Black people up to the
Raise any
Democratic
money?
Party and some of the lies, like this
You were in
constantly
debt.
being sold as a
They
victim.
bought you out.
So Charlie was there for that entire journey. Like Charlie and me, Kanye, obviously,
You were
like
negative
he
2
says,
million.
is the reason
Or negative
that
200,000.
Turning
right?
Point USA was put on the
How
map.
much
I love
was
the way
it?
Candace Owens thinks. And then it was an absolute rocket ship for both of us, for me and for Charlie. And so when I called Charlie and I was like, I just got invited, and he knew how much Kanye meant to me and my life and my growth and giving me the strength. His music, I would constantly run to it. Charlie was running to it every single
Imagine
day.
being obsessed
And
with
he knew that I
Kanye
had a
West.
moment to make all of this come together
Why?
and go to France. I called him and I said, Charlie, like it was the only thing on my calendar. I had Turning Point USA event. And I was like, I will literally give anything to
I'm
be
not
able to go
saying
spend.
he's a
Like he
bad
was like,
guy, but
of course you have to go. It was actually a
musical
demonstration
talent.
of our
You
unique
know?
friendship. Of course you
No
have to go.
musicianship.
Please just get me a
I
substitute for
don't
who can speak for you. I then called Michael Knowles and asked him if he would sub for me, and I was unbelievably apologetic to the team. I had never, ever, ever in our entire working relationship had I ever canceled an event. And Andrew brings this up as if this proves that I was a diva. No, it proved that Charlie really knew how much something meant to me, and we made it work, and it was atypical, and it was one time, and it was in late 2022. So I just wanted to answer for that because I couldn't believe he tried to repackage that as if like I was some diva and was like, peace to the team. I'm just going to France to go shop, and not that I had asked Charlie for permission to do that. And he was just so gracious and amazing and supportive as he always was. And yeah, so if the event team is still talking about that, tell them to get over it. I mean, it's just so ridiculous.
Hey, Banna, who are you talking about? Just out of curiosity here, who exactly are you talking to with that?
This is still the worst thing I've ever lived through. Like, calm down. Anyway, I do also want to show you this clip which they're trying to push, which is Candace told me she was going to burn Turning Point USA to the ground. All right, Andrew, let us hear what you have to say.
All right, let's hear it.
But I remember one conversation. See if she weasels out. Like 5 or 6 days after, and I remember I had flown to DC. We had JD Vance hosted Charlie's show on that Monday after, so Charlie was killed on a Wednesday, and then JD hosted the show on the Monday. So I remember I flew back, landed in the airport, and I believe I was talking to Candace, and she said something that I've not publicly communicated yet, but basically it was that if the wrong people take over the organization, and she said this, I'll never forget it. She says, I will burn down that organization, I swear to God.
And you mean Turning Point?
Turning Point. If the wrong people, and I just assumed because she was very obviously
there were
anti-Jewish.
rumors at this time, like it was
this 5 days, 6 days after, whatever it was. She said, I'm going to burn down that organization, I swear to God. And I just thought she meant if the Jews take over or something
Ben Shapiro,
like that.
let's just say the name. People were thrown out because Ben Shapiro had appeared on the show. Some people ran with like, Ben Shapiro has now taken over Turning
Well, he
Point
hadn't
USA.
appeared. I don't know if he'd appeared on that. I think he was actually going to show up the next day on the Tuesday.
Okay, so Blake Neff straight up did say she was talking about Ben Shapiro. I kind of missed him saying that she was. I thought he just said, like Ben Shapiro. But no, he was saying, no, let's put the name out there. She didn't want Ben Shapiro. Notice how he said that she didn't like the Jews and she never said anything about it. Will she say anything about it now?
Yeah, Blake, you have no idea what you're talking about. Actually, if you go back and watch my show, I said early on, and now I have a different opinion. I said, I think people that all think that Ben Shapiro, because he said pick up the bloody mic, wants to take over Turning Point USA, I said, I think that that's just wrong. I'm on record saying that. So you can't just make stuff up, Blake, and pretend that I was taking the bait about Ben Shapiro. What I was actually taking the bait on was the conversations that I was having with Andrew Colvett on the phone. I was speaking to Andrew Colvett on the phone every single day, and it was Andrew Colvett who was telling me, and we were speaking about a potential foreign angle in Charlie's assassination, okay?
I don't believe you at all. In fact, he said he was talking to you on the phone about Erica Kirk. So now I actually do wonder if you were talking about Erica Kirk in that video.
I can show you text messages to that effect. I can actually show you this call log if you can pull it up. He's talking about literally on August 14th. After he and I had been speaking, it was just, you have the exact date, Andrew, in case you want to make a timeline, September 14, 2025, was when you and I spoke for 17 minutes. On the 13th, on the 12th, you were the one.
Wow, you really showed us, Candace. Yep, you talked to him for 17 minutes. He also confirms this in the episode that he told you in this phone call that it was Erica Kirk. So I guess I had a good intuition on that, didn't I? See, he said that he had this phone call with you. He said that you said you were going to burn it down. You said you were going to burn it down. And now here you are saying that it was not about Ben Shapiro. And then in this phone call, he says he told you Erica Kirk was going to take over. So all the pieces fall. And as it turns out, I really do think Candace Owens was actually talking about Erica Kirk. Why would I say that, though? It's not like if Erica Kirk would have taken over, Candace Owens would have never stopped trying to take him down. Oh, but Erica Kirk did take over. And Candace Owens is trying to destroy TPUSA now. Wow. It's almost like all the pieces fit. I had a good instinct about that. You really don't like blonde women, do you, Candace?
That was telling me about the Bill Ackman summit. You were the one that was telling me about Bibi Netanyahu's letter and telling me that Mikey McCoy had this letter on Charlie's laptop. And you told me basically that Charlie in this letter said that he was kind of pulling away from the Israel cause. We talked about that extensively. You were the one that told me about the text messages. Notice I'm saying plural text messages to Dan Flood and to yourself the night before that Charlie thought that he was going to be killed. And you never, ever, ever once said, and when I spoke to other people who confirmed this, that it was the left. In fact, I specifically asked you, who is they? And you said, I don't know. You were the one who told me about that chat, that Charlie saying I'm abandoning the pro-Israel cause. So don't make it seem like it's weird that I was thinking about Israel in those days. And then Bibi Netanyahu goes on and says, I didn't kill him, as you are feeding me this information that I would not have had otherwise about how Charlie declined to have Bibi Netanyahu on his show, and he was growing increasingly more agitated with Israeli involvement and willing to walk away from this. And I can even show a text message that I sent to you, and then we talked on the phone because you're a PR agent, so whenever I would text, you would call. Smart way to do this. But where I even said to you, after Bibi went on and held up the letter, I messaged you because you were the one that told me about the letter and said this. This was our conversation. I can't sleep, just destroyed September 11th. This is all September 11th, but you were on a plane, so it was coming in weird. You wrote same, in and out of sleep, and I'm up again. I said, who did this? This was a government hit. We need answers. And then you can see on September 11th.
So you just flat out already pushed that on him. Okay.
You and I had a conversation, and I said, Bibi's lying about the contents of the letter that Charlie wrote him. He's making it seem like it was just him writing a love letter about how much he loves Israel. I know that's not true, and it's making me sick. I know it wasn't true because Andrew Polette was the one who wrote the letter. So it's just incredible that he is reintroducing this as if Candace was like, she's going to burn. Like, I was basically saying that if this is true and there is foreign involvement, like, we will burn this place to the ground. If they're staging this to try to take over his company, meaning we.
You didn't even come close to saying that. All you said was you didn't believe the letter was real. We've seen that text before. That's all you said, was you didn't believe the letter was real, and then you got debunked.
Because I'm talking to you, and this is Charlie's organization, and we don't know who killed him yet. We don't know what the motive was. And he was totally supportive and giving me more information. And now he's pretending like, oh, I don't know why she said that. I don't know why. I was so scared. And actually what he said to me on the 14th was, no, on that front, we're good. We don't have to worry about that because the board has already voted, and Erica, don't say this yet, we're not announcing it publicly, but Erica is taking over the company. And what I said to him,
yeah, she didn't show his response to that for a reason, probably.
He left out the context that actually Candace became a bull. And as I was telling her information about how Charlie was pulling away from Israel as a possible motive for what happened, as we had no answers. I mean, this is 4 days after Charlie's assassination. We didn't know anything. We didn't know if there were foreign ties. We knew nothing. And he is giving me this Israeli narrative. Now he's like, oh, I think she just thought it was the Jews. I don't know why. Well, you do know why, Andrew, that I thought Israel was involved in this, and why I still believe that there is an Israeli angle. And to try to wrench yourself out of that as the person who was my number one source on all of this information is complete lunacy.
Well, show us.
And I think I have a message where I even said, give Erica my number. Was that on there where I was like, give Erica my new number? Like, 14th.
I'm angry now. I'm in a stage of real anger. Also, please send Erica my new number. She only has my old one. Huh. Were you angry because you just found out that Erica Kirk was taking over? And now you're angry because, see, he said that he told you in the phone call it was actually Erica Kirk that was going to take over. So, why were you angry here? Can you show us the rest of the content? Show us the rest of the contents on this email, on this text thread here. Up and down. Show us both sides of it. Why leave it out?
After we're talking about this, I'm angry now. I'm at a stage of real anger. Also, please send Erica my new number. She only has my old one.
Show us the
narrative that you're trying to sell now, as if I was very happy that Erica was taking over the organization.
I don't believe
when
you.
I was fearful that there could have been some sort of outside foreign involvement and motive with Israel, who wanted his organization for reasons that were not yet clear, but we all knew Bibi's behavior was very strange afterward, and you agreed with that. So try to tell the truth, Andrew. Try to put things in their proper context. Tell the truth about France and what was going on.
Show us the full context. You have the message.
Why Israel was on my mind. What you said about Bill Ackman staging an intervention. What you said about Charlie declining to have Bibi on his show, which you also admitted that you even expressed that concern to Joe Kent, which you now make it seem like he's an enemy, but you were the one who put the Israel narrative in everyone's mind. Andrew, it was you. And
you
by the
didn't
way,
even show us that.
I think for the first time ever, you were telling the truth.
Show us that
you
he
were
did
telling
that.
the truth. And then you suddenly pulled it all back and started lying and have been attacking us since, the people who are trying to get to the bottom of this.
You could just show us he said that.
I have to.
You have the texts.
I don't know. Assume that you're doing it out of fear. That's the most charitable read on why you're lying in this way, is out of fear. Because if you truly do believe that Israel had something to do with Charlie's assassination, then you would probably recognize that they would have no trouble assassinating you too. Again, that is my most charitable read, but I wanted to put things in their proper context because this is all they have left. Of course, they spent no time going over any of the explosive evidence or answering any of the questions that we actually want to know from Turning Point USA because they're not going to do that. Anyway, we'll be right back after a brief break. All right, you guys,
All right, I think is this all just comments afterwards? I think I'll skip comments for today. Yeah. Okay. We'll go ahead and skip comments. I'm going to send you all the Paramount Tactical because they have Andrew Wilson on right now, guys, and you all need to raid, and I have enough time to actually raid. I don't need to be anywhere.
I'm saluting right now, and you just can't see it right now.
All right. I'm going to mute this because I don't want to give anything away from their channel. I want you guys to go there ASAP. Go to... wait. Click here. Okay. We're going over to Paramount Tactical's channel, guys. We're going to raid them. Can we get all 400 people in here to immediately go over to Paramount Tactical's channel? Let's see this number go on up to at least 1,000. Can we do that? Click that link, guys, and jump right on over there. I'm right here in the chat with you guys. Let me full screen. Here's the chat right here. I'm going to move my sub counter. Ooh, we could get one more sub, too. That would be cool, at least. Anyway, we're right here. Send everyone in. Charge right on in, guys. Come on. Let's do it. Crusade. Crusade them. Kill them with kindness. Click that link and go right on in. I'm watching this chat right here for you guys. Attack my minions. Wait, not minions. Attack my trolls. I don't know. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm dumb at times. But yes, jump right on in here, guys. I promise you'll enjoy this. Andrew Wilson's on here. They're going to be killing it tonight, dude. They're going to be killing it for sure. Absolutely amazing. Did I miss a super chat, by the way? Let me go ahead and get that. Okay. Witness for $5 says she just confirmed the call was real. Now says, trust me. She doesn't realize she gave him validation. Agreed, man. Agreed. Thank you so much for that 5 witness. I really appreciate it. Alrighty, guys. Head right on over here. I will definitely be on tomorrow as well. We're going to watch a bunch of fun stuff for sure. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I don't have to do that. Yay. Let's see, guys. Yeah, jump on over there to Paramount Tactical. I'm going to read out everybody who super chatted because you guys deserve it for sure. We got GN. We got Jujubee joining as a troll. We have Tracy DeCambra for, twice actually. We have Tennessee Gamers. We have Trish. Thank you so much, Trish. You did a lot. GN as well. Again, multiple. Ninja. Thank you so much. Sonder. Thank you so much. Joanne Rublin. We have Kimberly Gonzalez. Love My Aussie. Russian Bot. Nurse Terry. Asura's Path for a lot as well. Just several of them. Trish for several of them, of course. Bearded Hick. Thank you so much, man. We have Pixel Minute Games for not only gifting trolls, but also giving a super chat. Thank you. We have Vaughn, or Vonet. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but thank you so much. Goose Games, thank you very much. Mama Owlbear, thank you. Legendary. Well, can I, let's see. Legendary CEO for several of them as well. Man, thank you. Let's see. Robert Stubblefield and Witness. Thank you guys so much for everything. Jump on over, guys, to Paramount Tactical. Satiric says, how come you never mentioned the endless phone calls to Andrew until now? Why did you only bring it up now? Me think you're lying. Me thinks those calls never happened. Are you talking about Candace? Because I've never called him, but yeah, probably. Yeah, she's probably never mentioned all the endless phone calls for a reason, you know. Where are all the phone calls, daily phone calls? Show me the call logs for the daily phone calls, though, sweet. Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. Oh, man. Candace Owens has issues. Serious issues. Oh, man, we got up to 858. Come on, let's get to 1,000. Let's get to 1,000 viewers. If everyone could click that link and head right on over there, I promise you guys, I'm going to be in this chat, you know. Let's jump right on in. Hello. Absolutely. Absolutely. We can get there. We can get there. Let's get all you guys to click that link and jump right on over to Paramount Tactical. Man, because like I said, Andrew Wilson's here. It's just freaking awesome.
Or, necessarily what's the fad of the day. I didn't want to cover this. I knew the first video that I released.
Give him a like too.
On Candace,
Make sure to hit that like button.
And I was convinced that I was going to lose 150,000 followers the next day. I knew I was going up against Goliath. I knew that there was a lot of overlap between my audiences. But man, there's a need for truth. We lost.
Absolutely. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to go help put the kiddos down to bed. The wife, she needs to go to bed right now. She's sick. She's getting better, but she's still sick. It's really not so much of the virus because it was just a tiny little cold. She got an autoimmune issue badly. So it's like everything messes with her, gets a little bit of sickness, takes her straight down, So I got to help her out here. I'm going to take over with the kids. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you to everybody who has super chatted. And guys, I will see you all here in tomorrow's live stream and tomorrow's videos. Thank y'all so much, and I'll see you later. Have a good night. I think is that all the way?